We should be live.
Hello?
Hello, world. It went away.
Hello. Maybe?
Okay, there we go. It says we're live. It says we have an excellent connection. So.
Oh.
This is definitely
excellent.
happening.
Oh, yep, there you are.
Is it kind of jumpy on the screen, or is it just me? And it went away again. Why does it keep doing that?
Yeah, your hair's a little jumpy.
Hey, listen here, you little shit. Huh, I didn't realize you could turn the light on. Right. But is like the video look good? Hey, Tristan.
That seems fine, I think.
Okay. It's just hard to tell because like on OBS it seems jumpy, but I think in the actual stream it's okay. I think that's part of the issue.
Have you ever think that maybe you're the jumpy one?
I can accept twitchy. I don't know about jumpy.
Oh.
Alright, entertain the people while I do some final setup real quick.
Oh god, hello people, welcome to Neuro-Heretical Wargaming, where the stupidity, along with the technical difficulties, isn't a bug, it's a feature. It was almost said it was a bug. No. We have no regrets here. Welcome to this week's time slot of the Hobby Hangout. We are your, oh, I hear myself right now. We are your hosts, Brendan and Scott. Hi, I'm Scott. Brendan, you should say hi. Oh. He has forsaken me, chat. But yeah, we're just here to hang out tonight, get some painting done. We have some big games coming up this weekend, so I don't know about Brendan, am not panic painting. We are expeditiously painting, which is legally distinct.
Alright, I have returned.
Oh, I didn't know you were leaving me.
Told you I was getting stuff done.
Yeah, he did say it was away from me. He just left me hanging. I said hi to everybody. You should say hi too, and not be rude.
Hold on.
Oh, there he goes again, being rude, chat.
You can't be me, can't.
Me, that's you right now.
Does my screen keep going black, by the way?
I don't know. I've been in my airbrush station.
Useless, Scott. Actively useless. I'm very organized. I want everyone watching this to know that.
I mean, it seems fine. I haven't seen it go to black since you asked me if it goes to black. So,
okay.
Fade to black.
It's just being unusual. I don't know. Yeah.
Isn't the unusualness pretty usual? At least for us.
We said it before and we'll say it again. Stupidity is not a bug. It is a feature.
Well, I think you're doing great. But yes, Brendan. Now that are you good now? Can I start asking you questions instead of you sitting over there?
Ask me questions. That is.
Oh, okay. Well,
absolutely do that.
The most important question. What you working on tonight?
There it is. Tonight, once we get there, I am working on some winged Hussars. Okay, now it's looking a lot better for me. Ooh, these are 3D print from Victoria Miniatures. And
not affiliated, but if you're in chat,
we would desperately like to be. We really like your minis. We'll be featuring them multiple times. I promise you that much.
Oh, hey, those are coming out great.
Yeah. That first one's my test run, so.
I do have one thing to say.
What?
Is the guy riding a Char Aznable?
No.
Are you sure? Because I heard some hesitation there.
No, it's not.
Is that the red comet right there?
Is Char Aznable
Mm.
Char Aznable?
I don't know. I haven't watched that much Gundam in my life, boyo.
Oh, you should watch more, because that should be a pretty straightforward answer. Haven't you seen
I mean, I've
Origins?
seen MS. Yeah, the Char like prequel show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's straight up, and you should be able to answer the question.
Shut up.
It literally happens in that show.
Shut up.
And it's not even like it's a long show, it's like a 3-episode miniseries. You don't even have an excuse.
That's not a 3-episode.
It's like 5 tops.
I don't know. I think Char deserves more than 5.
Maybe.
But yeah, I've only seen that in MS8th Team.
And they're both pretty good. A lot of people don't like Origins for some lore stuff, but I like it. I like Origins. And 8th Mobile Suit Team is probably my favorite series, or at least one of them. I'm going to spend this entire time messing around with this stupid camera again. I just know it. It's the video format.
Advent of the Red Comet. There was.
So do that. Nope, that just broke it.
Wow. Hey, Brendan.
Yes.
13 and like 3 are the same number, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Just checking.
you got it.
Oh, okay. Okay. And don't worry, Tristan. The genderqueer street is now a car. I have been watching that. Also, I finally beat, good job. Sunday night? So that was fun. Why do you have nail trimmers?
Sorry, I'm just using them as a fidget thing while I think. I'm trying to get this.
Are you
Short-term's been
Are
weird.
you gonna give yourself a little mani-pedi on stream?
Maybe, Scott. Maybe. What's it to you?
I don't know. I mean, if you're giving pedicures, I could use one.
I hate you, Scott.
What? Have you ever been pampered such?
No.
Well, it's actually kind of nice.
Only kind of.
Well, no, it is kind of nice. Well, it's nice to feel pampered.
Alright. It's kind of. What if I change the orders? That kind of. Surely that shouldn't matter that much, right? Oh, that mattered a little bit. Did not fix that.
Dang,
problem.
look at those grippies moving at 2 frames a minute.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why Droidcam the last couple weeks has been a pain in my butt. This is what led me to plug it in directly last time, which led to previous issues. It shouldn't be this big of a delay.
Yes, Oh, am I on sea? Okay, actually, I think we just went off to space. We just did Space Patrol. Now that I'm remembering. Is that season 2 still? Oh, wow, yeah, I'm only episode 6 of season 2.
Is there an update?
Oh, no, I'm almost done with season 2 then. But no, I've been enjoying it. It's a good show. I do recommend Doom Patrol. I am usually getting kind of tired of all the superhero stuff, but it's atypical enough without being like not without being like a heroes are evil kind of thing.
I am so over that particular twist.
I liked it for Watchmen. Well, I don't even for Watchmen they weren't even evil, right? They were just kind of like they all had a different opinion on how to save the world.
And it's more like ambiguous rather than like.
Yeah, I do have a soft spot in my heart for Watchmen. I think that was the first like graphic novel I ever read. It's very good. I need to do a reread of it, but I also don't know where my copy is.
Oh my god, why is this beeping? I don't understand.
I don't know, do you have background tasks running on your phone or something?
I mean, kind of, but not. It's not like any more than usual. That's the thing. I'm gonna close the shit
I
down.
don't
We'll
know.
just go from there.
Alright. But yes, so to Tristan's point, the fun thing about Doom Patrol is they're not evil superheroes. They're actually just a bunch of losers that just so happen to have superpowers.
Fair, fair.
They're all just kind of deadbeats.
I feel like that's kind of the background to the Marvel Civil War storyline.
I don't know. Well, this is DC, so legally distinct.
Is it on my computer? Or is it notice what this is? I only have like Discord open. I can't imagine that's running that much. To the task manager.
Though I will say, unrelated note, if I get one more call from a roofer, I am going to crash out.
Why?
Oh god, so we had a pretty gnarly hailstorm on my side of town a couple days ago, right? Like full on, it was like right after the stream. Jeff couldn't leave, so we were just kind of trapped here until it passed. Full, yeah, you know, there's some ping pong sized hail and everything.
Yes.
Literally, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes after it stopped raining, the sun came out. Knock on my door. Oh, you're gonna need a new roof. Don't worry, my husband does those. Here's his card. It's a new roof, but okay. And then every day, I have been getting at least 5 to 8 calls from different roofers saying, "Oh, we'll go give you a free quote on your roof." It's like, no, please leave me alone.
No.
The roof is
no, you're not.
fine. Please leave me alone. They even were knocking at my door. Like, I have a Ring camera, right? And I've gotten several notifications
Aha,
a day
fix
of
it.
different just roofers ringing my doorbell, just trying to be like, we can give you a free quote to fix your roof. Oh, I'm sure you're gonna conveniently find some things that are broken up there, aren't you? Even though I was just up there and found that everything's a-okay because it's a new roof.
Alright, fix the stream.
There we go. Good.
It was
Just one crash out later.
valid. No, it was because I haven't been here. I haven't had my computer on, obviously, to try and save on electric bill a little bit. So
Right.
whenever I turn my computer on, everything on Steam that's gotten updated tries to update.
Ooh.
So I had Task Manager open, and it was showing like 55% network usage. And it was literally just Steam trying to download an update for Warhammer Total War 3.
Oh.
So really, Scott, what I'm trying to say is it's kind of your fault.
No. 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 It's
Oh,
not my
yes,
fault
yes.
that they push out updates.
You bought it for me. That's why I own it.
Well, you know what you still need to buy?
Ooh, you're right. I do need to buy that. I know exactly
You
what
buy
you mean.
Fallout 76. It's going to be on sale for the next 2 more days.
I know. My plan is today. Remind me when we finish up here, and I will buy it.
Oh, okay, when we finish. Well, I guess I'll wait.
Because if I try to buy it now, as we just discovered, Steam will assassinate the stream.
Just absolute character assassination brought to you by Gabe Newell.
I love how everyone's
not
kind
actually
of
sponsored.
just forgotten that Steam is supposed to be a game developer. Or Valve.
Well,
when
was the last time Valve actually developed a game though?
I know, that's why I think it's funny. It went from being a literal meme, a fairly popular meme, to straight up just
reality.
Everyone just ignores it. Because when we were in high school, God, I don't even remember the name of their game that they actually made.
Half-Life.
Yeah,
Portal.
Half-Life 3
Team Fortress.
was a literal meme of when is Half-Life 3 coming out? And I haven't heard hide nor hair of Half-Life 3 in years.
Does anyone know if they actually like hire game developers anymore? Do they even have game developers on the payroll?
I have no idea. I mean, like, didn't they do like some like VR Half-Life game though recently-ish? Because I vaguely remember.
Uh, oh, okay. I guess. Well, I mean, that was a couple years back at this point.
Because I do remember people
Hold
being
on.
like, "Is this technically Half-Life 3?" Question mark.
No, because I think it happens during Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
Store page. Can you look at, okay, developer, Valve. Half-Life Alyx, which is also on sale. That came out 5 years ago. But don't worry, they came out with a job 3 years ago called Aperture Desk Job.
Oh.
It's a free playable short made for the Steam Deck.
Oh. It's gonna be like, is it like Papers, Please, but it takes place at Aperture?
I don't know.
Are you familiar with Papers, Please?
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with it. I'm familiar with it.
I saw one that was kind of like Papers, Please, but it was like in 3D. Yeah, look that up. I haven't played Papers, Please
Oh,
in a long time.
apparently they have a game that's in development called Deadlock.
Huh.
It's a multiplayer game in early development, and that's all I see.
When was it announced?
That's a good question. Upcoming. Does this actually say? It doesn't. Oh, wait. View all. View all updates.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I feel like there's definitely a lot of uh, software developers that end up becoming game developer companies. I feel like there's not many game developer companies that end up becoming just straight up software developers. The same way Steam has.
Hmm.
Or Valve, case in
Okay.
point.
It looks like it was announced in October.
Oh, that's pretty recent.
All right. Well, that's all I got.
I feel like I don't know, I feel like games journalism hasn't quite been able to move on beyond like hasn't adapted to the fact that E3 no longer exists.
Does it not?
No, it hasn't existed in a couple of years, I think.
Oh, shows how much I know.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just not a real gamer.
Right. Anyway, I'm just saying, like when
Oh,
I worked at GameStop, like E3 every year was kind of the big thing where we were able to like centralize and know what was coming out to be able to talk to our
no.
customers about.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. It's a trade show, right?
Yeah, but it was a trade show that the fans like actually paid attention to because most trade shows people don't.
Right.
So it was like, okay, well when this comes, this basically going to lay out what the rest of our year is going to look like, just like at a store on a store level. And I feel like games industry hasn't quite been able to adapt to the reality that that no longer exists. Because
Well,
everything's
is there
too.
like a good gaming journalism that's not just a bunch of clickbait shit?
Um, I mean, the only one I still kind of follow is IGN, and they've never been too bad for the most part, except for their talk
Fair.
shows. But or I guess those are another ones, not Game Rants. Well, I guess Game Rants I'd watch, but they're not. I don't know if I call them journalism. I guess they kind of are, but they're mostly like reviews, which granted is a big chunk of game journalism. Game trailers, game trailers. I think I'm still subscribed to them. I see them every once in a while.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, I mean, we could pivot the entire business model and just go into game journalism.
Ah, yes, the Brandon Sanderson method.
Just pivot.
Have you seen that? I guess you don't really listen to his podcast. Have you heard that story?
Not really. I've been very busy listening to audiobooks.
Are they Brandon Sanderson audiobooks?
No, well, not yet. There will be in about 10 of them, but
But no, one thing he mentioned is that when they were in college, him, Dan Wells, and some of the other guys he's friends with, they started, quote unquote, a game review like uh, website just so they could get free games and like go to E3.
oh,
That was literally the
I mean,
only reason.
hell, if it works, I guess.
Like they did it kind of almost as a joke the first time. I think Dan Wells said he sent an email to one of the companies and they were like, "Sure," and they sent him a free game and he's like, "Oh, um, I guess we actually have to
Yeah,
write a review now."
yet James Workshop won't get back to me.
I think the trick is to harass them.
Yeah, I've been meaning to call them back. I have not.
Call them back or email them back.
Well, I was going to call them to make sure the email that I used was the right one, because technically it was the retailer email.
Hmm. Fair. We could also reach out to.
I've not heard of Rascal News for tabletop, but in reference to Tristan's comment.
Yes. Um,
Um, I don't know many tabletop ones. All I know is, unfortunately, Spiky Bits.
every once in a while, their YouTube is a bit better. Every once in a while, they'll have a
Is it?
useful. I've seen some. Every once in a while, I'll watch a video that is like some stupid, weirdly specific thing that I need to figure out in that moment, and it's okay. I mean,
Okay,
it's
just
physically.
all I know is that it's just their articles are just literal clickbait hell.
Yeah. Like I've watched some of their videos where they do like reviews of minis and stuff, and it's usually not too bad. But it's really hard to make YouTube ad hell in the same way you can with a website.
Well, don't worry, I'm sure YouTube will try. Or who owns YouTube? Is that Google? Yeah, YouTube's
Yeah,
owned by Google. Who am I kidding?
they got bought by Google a while ago.
Or Alphabet, I guess, technically.
True. Because it's not a monopoly if you break all your companies up under a central company.
Anyway, what is this mini for that you're painting, Brendan? By the way, is that for this weekend or?
I could run it this weekend. I don't know if I will. I also don't know if I'm gonna get all these dudes. There's 10 of them,
Oh,
and I have zero confidence I will get them all done by this weekend.
that's fair. Have you finalized who is fighting the Grey Knights on Sunday?
I think I'll do guard. I think that's
Yeah,
we haven't done guard in a few weeks at least because we literally did.
opportunity that's not Tristan bullying you.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh God.
Scott, you know what we should do that I totally didn't, that I totally forgot to do?
What should we do that you totally forgot to do, Brendan?
You should post in the Discord that we're live.
Oh, I guess that's fair.
I know there was at least 9 people that voted on this. So I would like to
I mean,
think,
I guess.
I suspect they might want to actually watch this for some reason.
You know, who watches us? Aside from the people that watch us.
Aside from way more people than we ever truly anticipated.
I mean, that's true. That is fair. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, announcements. Yes, I know how to operate Steam or Discord.
I think that might be part of your problem. You're trying to operate Steam and not Discord.
Mm.
Have
I
you
mean, you know, I could just go play Fallout while you paint. No one would ever know.
You can literally do whatever you want.
That's fair. No one would know.
And let's be honest, there's a non-zero chance that someday we're going to end up doing some video game stream or another. I feel like that's kind of inevitable on some level.
Go for Markiplier. coming for you, Markiplier. Mark my words.
I
Or
like
my name isn't just Scott.
start saying other people's names.
Scott Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Because we all know that his name is my name too.
I am not Jonathan.
You aren't Jonathan.
Exactly.
So that's a true statement. Oh gosh. Oh, I think my airbrush is overdue for like a full deconstruction soon. It is struggling right now.
Is it
Struggle, luggle, luggle, luggle.
Is it driving struggle bus?
Oh, Brendan, in reference to what Tristan said, you saw that the main Discord for Tabletop Sim 40K got taken down,
Yes.
right? Like, what's going on with that? Because I actually have no idea.
The head mod is a shithead, is what I heard.
Oh,
According to Tactical Tortoise. Without getting
okay.
too in details, what seems to have happened is that
We see what happened was.
the they didn't like the guy who was the head mod, so people started reporting it. But that's not actually what got it taken down, or at least that's not what. Well, I mean, like it didn't get taken down necessarily for the intended reasons, because it got taken down because he was advertising a 3D print service that used just straight up GWIP.
Oh, that's a good way to get whacked.
Yep. So it got reported to Discord. Presumably, Discord did their due diligence, said, yep, this guy is infringing on GW's
And
IP.
you're done.
And now it's gone.
And now it's gone. It's gone. 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 Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
Ba-da, 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 ba-da.
Thank you, Top Gun. Let's kept that song.
I was going for a Pink Panther.
No, well, the song you were doing initially was Top Gun, or not Top Gun.
Well,
But
that's too bad.
song from Top Gun. That Top Gun is the only reason that song is probably culturally relevant. But yeah, I did see that, and I guess the community is in a bit of a tizzy because that was like the easiest way
Right.
to organize games, from what I've heard.
Yeah, especially for like if you're playing against people across the country, because that's. I mean, hell, that's how I got Tristan into Tabletop Sim, wow, into Warhammer was through Tabletop Sim.
I mean, there are even rumors that GW uses it for internal balance testing.
Yeah, I mean it's just easy. You just get games set up. You don't worry about setup or teardown. You can flip the table to your heart's content.
Yeah.
What more do you need?
And it is something I will
Aside
give.
from actually a working Discord server now, I guess.
And what do you need? A place to meet up, apparently. Tactical Tortoise did say that there is basically a follow-on server from some of the other guys that actually work on TTS, or the 40K mod for TTS.
Right.
So,
Well, that'd
if
be good.
you happen to find our stream and need a place to go for your TTS games, find Tactical Tortoise's latest video on it, and he did mention another Discord.
Well, don't worry, Tristan. We got a guy for that.
We have Jared.
We have Jared. He went to Jared to flip the fucking table.
Speaking of which, we need to coordinate some things with Jared.
Mm-mm. Why would you ever need to coordinate? Wouldn't be me.
I feel like me and you do most of the coordinating. What are you talking about?
Oh. Oh, you're right. I guess you're right.
I'm not saying it's
Fine.
basically our channel, but like.
It is the channel for the people. We're here for chat, Brendan. Don't you lie.
You right. We're here for chat. Chat's not always here for us, but we're here for chat.
That's where you wrong. Chat's always here for us. That's why you always have to paint weird things.
They do it to watch me suffer.
I never said it was altruistic.
And I know, at the very least, Jeff also does it to watch me suffer.
He voted on the Minutemen last week. He was with me.
Honestly, part of me is kind of glad the Minutemen failed, just because I have actually not come up with a scheme for them quite yet.
Oh.
So.
Oh. Have you considered coming up with a scheme for him?
I mean, I have like a basic outline, right? Like, I wanted to do the Revolutionary War colors. It's just a matter of figuring out, okay, what paints am I actually going to use and stuff like that. Oh, that reminds me, I was going to change the name on this. Oh, well, committed now.
Let's see.
Also,
Alright, well that's painted like that.
Since I have the connectivity issue. Hey! You're goddamn right I was blaming you the whole game, Matt.
Yep, that's fair.
I got messages
I don't know.
today.
Have you also ever considered just being a better player?
So, fun fact, that was basically what Matt told me. I got a full write-up of things I could have done better.
Oh! I'm glad he committed.
Say what you will, but Matt commits to the bit.
Alright, well, what were the things you could have done better, Brendan? We're here to learn. We're here to do better.
Apparently have blue horrors and pink horrors. That would have helped, which, I mean, it would have. But those also cost money. A lot of it really just came down to get a better list scrub, which I don't disagree with.
Well, you did kind of lose in the list building phase.
Okay, but I also did kind of lose in the mission phase. Let's be honest here.
Well, you know, little column A, little column B, right? Like, column A didn't help column B, that's for damn sure.
Yeah. I'm just saying, based on my experience in the last 2 asymmetric games, asymmetric missions benefit melee armies very well. And unfortunately, I've not been playing my super melee heavy armies the last 2 times I've played it. Or my really good melee army, I should say. Because the Night Lords are kind of melee, but they're not super duper. They're more generalist dark pack shenanigans.
Well, do you have any idea what list you're running on Sunday? I know you said guard, but...
Honestly, probably something fairly similar to what I played against Tristan with. I know you weren't playing a melee army, Tristan, but your whatchamacallit's being able to get into melee turn 1 fairly easily screwed up, like messed up my shit. Kicked my shit in. It's really not so much that I don't know how to put it, because both are relatively different, but I felt 2 very similar things. Because like, Jeff's army is tough and hits relatively hard, but it's really, really tough, but it's slow. But because of the way the board is set up, that didn't matter, because he's able to spread out very quickly.
And you weren't able to keep him at arm's length at all.
Yeah. Kind of what happened with Gene Stealers as well, where it's like, well, I have all this decent shooting, but I don't have time to put it into effect. Like, my Krieg hardly shot the entire game before they were dead. Is really what I'm referring to.
I see.
But anyway, yeah, I'll probably play a relatively similar list.
One day, somebody else will play an asymmetric game, Brendan. Don't you worry. And you'll get to produce and cackle.
I'm going to make you do it.
I mean, that's fair. I produced the last 2 asymmetric games, so it's probably my turn to actually play one. Though we've met our quota for the month. No more than 1. Unless...
No unless.
Oh. Just every time you're on the stream, we're gonna last second make it asymmetric.
that is one thing I do think. For anyone who's like genuinely listening, uh, if you are going to do the asymmetric ones, you really got to consider your list because I think it does actually change how you would build lists.
Yeah, like any kind of redeploy shenanigans, especially if you're an attacker and you know that ahead of time, worth their weight in gold.
Yeah.
Only really worth it for the defender if the attacker has redeploy shenanigans.
I would agree with that assessment.
Mm-hmm.
The size of the penal legion units didn't matter because I couldn't scout them out more than an inch. So it didn't matter. Like I can't screen if I can't actually get out of my deployment zone. That's the problem.
That sounds like an excuse to me.
That's exactly what happened.
The problem is you have excuses when really what chat wants is results.
All right, let me play Jonathan. I can show chat results. That's not true.
Oh,
You beat me last time.
that's fair. When was the last time you and Jonathan actually played? Oh wait, no, I was there.
Yeah, I was like,
ago.
yeah. The last time I played
It's been a long couple weeks. What is yesterday but 3 months ago, and 3 months ago but 12 years ago?
mood.
Time is an enigma.
Time is an illusion. Doesn't actually exist. Fight me.
Time is humans trying to make sense of this weird world we live in.
What are humans but the universe attempting to understand itself?
A cosmic accident?
Those two things are not mutually exclusive.
I suppose. If you want to wax philosophic over there.
I had to take one philosophy. Actually, I've taken 3 philosophy classes, but they were all intro, and I hated all of them. Every single.
What you're saying is you need something a little bit more advanced. You had just enough philosophy classes to be annoying on Facebook.
That's literally just intro to philosophy.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. You have just enough philosophy to be annoying on Facebook. Intro to philosophy.
Alright.
Do.
Did I get all this guy's stuff? Because I know I did it before. I'm not sure if I did.
Oh god. I love my cat, but the fact that I just constantly am pulling cat hair out of like random paintbrushes and stuff, wild.
Yeah, we actually had to we took our Roomba and installed it at the house we're house sitting at, just to help deal with all the corgi hair.
But they are cute corgis.
They are totes adorbs. They're also shedding
Even
machines.
That's fair. They're also little turds, but we love them.
Well, at least one is. The other one, she's better. She's also like 3 years older, but that's beside the point.
That's fair. Not as rambunctious. More matronly, if you will.
I don't know if I'd say that. But I have noticed
matronly.
She keeps for whatever reason, she like asks permission to come up on the bed. Like if I'm in the bed.
Oh, that's cute.
She comes up so like because the bed we're sleeping in has like a little bench at the end. So like she doesn't need help getting on the bed. She can hop on the bench and get on. And she's done it multiple times. Like I've actively seen her use this bench. But like in the middle of the night, she comes up and starts whining at me. And I'm like, all right, you can come up. And then she goes down to the bench and hops up on the bench.
Okay.
I was like, I don't know why you're doing this, but okay.
You know, they don't want to be rude while you're sleeping.
I feel like whining at me is ruder than just hopping on the bed.
They don't know that. Have you ever given her a manners class?
No, she is not a certified good canine citizen.
Exactly. So, like, how's she supposed to know?
But she does know how to shake your hand. So,
Oh, that's cute.
and she's gonna be ambidextrous and do it with both paws.
Oh.
So we were.
See, like, it just knows how to show belly.
Augie's got that down pat. Like, is it belly rub times? And he just lays over and like rolls over. It's like, oh, he knows.
Please. Please.
Have you heard the song? It's like, please rub my belly.
No. No, I have not.
There is an entire album called Puppy Songs, and I think you would enjoy it. So you need to look that up when you get the chance.
I'm not sure what you're implying with that, but okay.
Have you heard the Cheese Tax song? It's memed a
The
lot.
cheese tax.
Yeah.
The cheese tax.
It's the same
Yes.
people.
Oh.
And they have another song called
Wonderful.
Please Rub My Belly. And it's like, please rub my belly. Give me some belly rubs. And we were trying to train him to give us his belly whenever we played that song.
How did that work for you? I'm assuming that by the try, not well.
Not the best. It was more an issue because what it is, you're trying to capture the behavior. So we play it whenever he like did it. But he's kind of fickle, so you have to be really fast.
Augie is a fickle beast.
He is. Much like Biddy, he will ask for scritches, and then when he is done, he gets very upset. He's a lot like a cat.
But if you're done before she's done, also very upset.
He straight up woke me up from a nap today.
Oh.
To demand belly rubs. Or belly scratches. Because, like, he'll walk over your hand, and, like, that's his sign to, like, you know, scratch. Like, he'll stand over your hand, so it's like, okay, scratch my belly. I was asleep because I couldn't do my donation today. So I went home and took a nap, so I just gotten off work. And yeah, I was like asleep and I had my arm kind of out, and then like 10-15 minutes in, he walks over and starts growling at me. So I'm not scratching his belly.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Essentially, yes. I was like, excuse you. Not everything in this house revolves around the Augie. Believe it or not. Hot take.
That's weird that you think that.
Side note, I'm pretty sure that's a quote from like, I'm pretty sure that exact line has been said in American Dad. We are like 14 seasons in at this point, and I'm like 95% sure Roger has said that at some point.
I mean, it sounds like a Roger thing.
Yeah.
Not that I can say that I've watched American Dad in several years, but
And I will say the later seasons are definitely different. So it does kind of change its focus a little bit as time goes on, which makes sense. It kind of had to, because the original conceit doesn't work after like 2008. But
right.
That's pretty good. I've honestly enjoyed a good chunk of the episodes I've seen. There's a couple like I did not like, and there's one, at least one I skipped, but it's a good show. A lot of it is aged pretty well. That and Roger is just an absolute delight.
Well, okay, that's fair. That's a given, though.
One of the best Seth MacFarlane characters.
Do we feel like Roger's fairly consistent through the years? Do we feel... Because I know, like, Stewie and Meg and whatnot from Family Guy get fairly Flanderized.
I mean, on some level, Roger does, right? Like, early on in the show, because they very much changed what his bit was. Kind of. Well, I guess they didn't fully change it. They just kind of changed it. Because a bit early on was like, oh hey, because a bit has always been I'm an alien, and that's like kind of weird.
I'm a little alien.
But
Okay.
but I think it's in like probably season 3 or so. I think is when it was. It might have been season 2 even. But they give him costumes so he can interact with the characters outside of the house,
Hmm.
and that's when he really settles in to become the Roger everyone knows, and that scene like clipped 1,000 times. Because really, what Roger's supposed to be is just a parody of Alf.
Fair.
Like, what if Alf was like kind of a sleazebag? That's Roger, and like drank a lot of alcohol. Yeah, but once he gets his characters, it's great, especially because it's implied that like he has some sort of psychic ability to make. Oh, I haven't been doing their gloves. I didn't do at least one of those. He has like a weird psychic ability to make people not realize it's him in a costume,
Okay.
and also like he's slowly lost control of like what are characters and what aren't. So at one point
Okay.
they go to an art show, and Haley's like, "You know, Roger, I'm really actually surprised it wasn't you." And he's like, "You know what? Me too, actually." I did watch an episode where Steve like tracks down Roger just because it's like a person with a really silly name that's doing a gimmick. He's like, "That's definitely Roger."
Like, there's no way.
Yeah. Though, fun fact, he is the Roswell alien.
No, like in lore.
Yeah.
Chad, I bet you weren't expecting to learn so much about American Dad today. I
Sorry.
wasn't.
I literally just watched like 2 or 3 episodes before I came in, so it's very fresh in my mind, and it's easy to do
No,
small
no, you're
talk.
good. You're good.
Whatever keeps it is what they come for. My rants and the
The
tangents.
random, the random nonsense is what the people crave.
It's got what plants need. Or no, it's got what the plants crave. Bondo.
Electrolytes? Oh, did you say Bondo?
Is it Bondo? Or is it Brondo?
Bondo is like a car repair thing.
Have you seen
That's what you use
Idiocracy?
to fix like the. Yeah, I've seen Idiocracy. I'm pretty sure it's not Bondo.
Is it Brondo? I think it might be Brondo. I
I think
forget.
it's Brondo.
Yeah, see,
Well,
Tristan, see, he says he remembers the episode fondly where they all went to Saudi Arabia. I think it's the end of the first season. I think it's really called Stan of Arabia, I think.
that would track.
It's a great, that one's a pretty good episode. I highly recommend that one.
But yeah, I think it's Brondo because Bondo is like a filler, like a plastic filler or a gap filler. So if you have a dent in a car or if you have like a part rusted away, you can fill that gap with Bondo and like smooth it out and everything. It'll
I mean, that would kind of fit
sand
the
it down
theme,
and
though.
you wouldn't distinguish it.
That would kind of fit the theme, though.
Mm,
It is Idiocracy.
that is fair. That is fair.
And the whole point is that it does, in fact, kill the plants. So, but if you want to see some truly interesting product placement, there's a mockumentary called The Confederate States of America. And it's supposed to
Okay.
be like, what if the Confederate States won, right? And it's set up.
I'm concerned, but okay.
No. Just trust me on this one.
Oh, okay, okay. Go on. I'm waiting. I'm
It's a
waiting.
mockumentary. The entire point is that it's bad. It would be very, very bad. But and it's like set up to be like. So it might have been aired on HBO. I don't remember exactly, but it's supposed to be like an in-universe documentary, right?
Hmm.
So you're just like watching a TV channel, and it
Hmm.
has commercial breaks for some of the
Oh
most
no.
racist products you could ever imagine.
Oh no.
You're like, oh my god. And then you want to know what one of the big stingers at the end is?
What?
All of the products actually existed.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
And you're like, oh god.
Damn, the war of northern aggression going off. You know, the war of northern aggression where the South threw the first punch.
It's a bold strategy.
You know,
To punch
the
another guy
war
in
of
the
northern
nose.
aggression where Gettysburg.
I should imagine there's someone in our audience that is not familiar with American geography and just does not get that joke.
That's for those at home, Gettysburg is in the north. I would know. It's in Pennsylvania. I am from Pennsylvania. Also, apparently, if you want to do a paranormal investigation at Gettysburg, you need special permission from the state, from the Parks Department.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Because most paranormal investigation stuff is literally just metal detectors or stud finders. Don't let them fool you. I know. They're stud finders.
Oh, there's a channel that has like accidentally become a paranormal debunking channel, and I love it.
Okay.
I think he did like video games, but now he just does like paranormal debunking videos and what's it called, like Goosebump reviews.
Like the book Goosebumps?
Yeah,
I guess they made a show of it, didn't they?
he does both actually. It's actually kind of cool. So he'll read the
Oh,
book
that's fun.
and then he compares it to the adaptation if it had one. Like all the ones he's done so far have had one, so it's pretty good.
You're gonna have to send me that because, as former president of Penn State's Paranormal Society, because of cruel sick joke of the universe, I need to see this.
For someone who doesn't believe in any of these sort of things, I'm also including cryptids here, you seem to fall into these circles a lot.
Well, you know.
Because don't get me wrong.
I just think they're funny.
I mean, Scott, I can accept the folklore behind it. I can accept having an interest in that. As someone who is literally literally has a degree in literature, I can understand why the storytelling behind it can be fascinating in and of itself.
Yeah.
But how do you end up the president? That's
because I threw a really good Halloween party and nobody else ran.
But why did you run? You did this to yourself.
Because I felt bad because nobody ran. And people were like, "Oh, you should run. You were really good at organizing a Halloween party." It's like, well, okay. And then lo and behold, still nobody ran, and I won. And then lo and behold, I was president of the Penn State Paranormal Society for a year.
That's unfortunate.
On the bright side, I still threw a good Halloween party the next year too.
Look, you guys can do whatever you want. I'm just here to collect funds for the Halloween party. That's all I'm here for.
Pretty much. We also tried to get, because there's the okay, so Penn State's set up where they have like multiple Commonwealth campuses, so there's supposed to be like community college level, but it's instant enrollment to the Penn State main campus after 2 years, and all of your credits transfer. So I was at the Scranton campus, right?
Oh, hello, Jonathan.
Hello?
Hello.
Jonathan, you are
Hello?
on stream. I just want you to be 100% aware of that.
Bye.
He's still there.
Oh, I see. Okay. But yes, so the main campus though, they had their own paranormal club, right? Theirs had a TV show called Paranormal State, which was a show, I googled this today due to another series of interesting events, that ran from 2007 to 2013. And so that would have been like I guess that would have been when I was about president of the Paranormal Club, or at least towards the tail end of that. If we ever ask them for like to do like a collab thing, it's like, hey, you want to like meet in the middle and do like an air quotes investigation, or like, oh, what do you got? Like, we're looking for event ideas. What do you guys do? They kind of just told us to pound sand.
Well, yeah,
It's like, oh, we're
they
too
were
good
famous.
for you.
They were famous. You were not. How dare you? They take.
I found out from so the girlfriend's true crime podcast they release on Tuesdays. I drove like an hour today to get to work today, so I listened to it. It was about a Penn State murder that happened in like 2002, right? This is going somewhere, don't you worry. Cold
You
case.
sure?
Yes.
Somewhere
Cold
we
case.
want it to go. To be clear.
But apparently, the Penn State Paranormal Society assured them that don't worry, they contacted a psychic from California to help them find the missing person.
Nice.
They told the
Which is-
investigators this, or they told the podcast this?
They told the investigators this.
Oh, okay. I was genuinely
And-
hoping you had
and
used
the
your
family.
connections.
No. We don't. I don't want to associate with them. So they told both the investigators and the victim's family, "Don't worry, we're talking to a psychic in California." Which, honestly, from everything I knew from them, from all my interactions with them, tracked. They had just such pick me energy and just thought very highly of themselves.
And to be clear, this was entirely unprompted, yes?
Yes, no, they did this on their own accord. Because I didn't know about this, and when I was listening to the podcast, and when that was revealed to me, it's like, oh, you sons of.
That's funny though. That's genuinely hilarious.
I was big mad. I was big mad, but also not big surprised. Hi,
Did not have a
Jonathan.
psychic on speed dial.
No, not recently. I have people that claim they were psychic in my address book with big warning signs next to them.
Literal red flags.
Yes, it's like do not answer this person if they ever call you.
I do have to say, I like how they couldn't even be bothered to hire a local psychic. Because they could have 100% found a local one.
Oh yeah, you can find a holler not too far from Penn State with some crazy person that thinks they're a psychic. Like, that's not too hard.
Yeah. I guarantee you I can go downtown here and find a psychic / head shop right now.
I mean, sure, I'm sure I could probably just cross over the little hill by my place and find one.
Yeah.
No,
Honestly,
actually, there is one in historic downtown, I think.
do what?
I think there's one in the historic downtown.
I guarantee you there is. I promise you there is. I don't even have to Google it to know that.
But on that bombshell, Jonathan, what are you working on tonight?
I'm playing a video game.
Oh, damn, they didn't even lie to us. Could have lied and said you were working on, I don't know, a Warlord Titan or something?
For the love of God, work on Tyranids, please. I'm begging you.
Well,
Don't have a good answer as to why.
What?
Curious. I asked why and you didn't say anything.
Oh, I didn't even hear you say why. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, that didn't come through.
No, well,
Anyway, our Swedish friend asks me almost at least once a week when Tyranids are going to be on the channel. So, our loyal fans demanded of you, Jonathan. I told him to harass you, and apparently he has not. As we established earlier, our fans love to see me in pain.
Jonathan, have you been literally added this week at all?
What?
Have you been literally added?
No.
Oh, well.
So the thing is,
Sorry,
I don't
Brendan.
like to. I like to do everything at like the same time. So when I start painting Tyranids, I want to like finish painting Tyranids, and I don't want to like be distracted in the middle of that.
I don't see any. Where's the downside?
I own 7,000 points of Tyranids.
I don't think that's going to get any smaller.
Fair, but that's a
Yeah,
lot
I mean,
of Tyranids.
depending on point changes, it could go down.
Or up.
Or up.
You're never too good to catch strays. Never forget that. No army is too good to catch strays.
I still submit that.
Eldar just won a
So-
GT. Also, you cut out real bad in here. But I know what
Yeah.
you were saying.
Did they haven't looked at the Hussars this week?
I think it
Not
was actually from
recently.
last week that I saw that from Goonhammer. Was talking about an Eldar.
Well, I guess I've kind of been generally behind. I didn't look at last week's either.
Tactical Tortoise did say I think he said an Eldari battle force, whatever that detachment
Which
is.
one? Nice.
Yeah, they won a GT.
So the issue with Eldar, this is going to be Eldar in brief throughout history, is they made Yunari way too good, so they keep nerfing Eldar to nerf Yunari instead of just nerfing the Yunari detachment. They finally did that. Yunari got, but
We need to get
Still
Bricky
think-
on just so he can bitch about Eldar for an hour.
I still think like Aspect Toes need some point drops.
Don't worry, Jonathan. Do you want to be Dime Store Bricky?
Huh?
All right, Jonathan, pop off, King.
Is that a compliment or an insult?
I don't really know. It's really what you make of it.
I mean, do you like Bricky?
Sure,
Then compliment?
but I'm Dime Store Ricky.
Well, you're not him, so.
Also, Bricky
and
would never get caught playing as elves.
I'm also assuming that, you know, if we had him on, we have to pay him some kind of money or at least host him in some way, shape, or form. We don't have to do that for you.
Hey, he's
Saying
on.
I'm free.
Yeah.
Should I be doing like professional things like watching chat while I'm here?
I mean,
We just vibing.
if you want to. Someone needs to fill us in. Chat knows for a fact I'm not looking at chat because they can see me. But
Well, you know, Matt says, let's see.
let me guess. It's about Dread Talents and it's my fault.
Yes.
What did you do about Dread Talents?
Oh, well, I think he said again entirely your fault. I think that was in reference to Jonathan's 7 billion points of Tyranids. And then said like Dread Talons, Wind Raptors got nerfed, so they catching strays because the Raptor nerfs.
Hmm.
Yep.
And then dude got farmed.
I will say I'm not.
That one, I'm not sure what that one's in reference to, but
Yeah.
Matt, what are you working on this night? I know Triss is working on 80 billion novitiates because their crusade rules are really fun.
He had a cool crusade concept for his army.
Yeah, well, the rules are very conducive to it for sisters.
Speaking of which, I do want to
Because
hear
of
what Tristan, if you do watch that video I sent, I do want to hear what you think. I am genuinely curious. So I'm kind of
Which video for the rest of the class?
the Stillmania video.
Oh, what does that mean? Because let's assume we didn't talk about that before the stream.
Stillmania is a concept of army building, and basically it boils down to once you have built, like, design your army, build it, and then don't fucking touch it. You have the units you have. That is it. Do with that what you can. But it seems very conducive as a style of army building for like actual physical getting the models together for narrative. I think would be really interesting. I'm probably gonna do it with my orcs.
That is fair.
Oh, did you watch it? Okay, yeah, that's the one. I need to rewatch the video so I'm a little more up to date. So I was kind of like on my phone while I was watching it the first time.
That is what I do with a couple of my armies.
Well, he also has a. One of the things so many also does is like a draft system where you don't buy the entire army at once, Jonathan.
Hey, I don't do that with every army I play.
Yeah, but how many of them have you bought a unit, not painted it, and then bought another unit?
I mean, I bought all of Emperor's. I own all of
I
Emperor's
mean,
Children.
who here can throw stones? Yeah, I think we're all guilty of that.
Like when I started Emperor's Children, I bought all of Emperor's Children.
I have a box that's Sharpie Box of Shame that I'm slowly working through.
Yeah,
I have 2 different shelves of shame.
I can't say anything. I literally have rattlings. I'm gonna start painting here soon.
Well, like my Tau I just bought and they're done now. My Jakari I just bought and they're done now. So there is a day that I would. There is a day that I would choose violence, wake up and buy storm surges.
True. Yeah, his
I
like.
really want a Taunar, I will be honest, but sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I was talking about the draft system a little bit, but because like the idea of the draft system is that you buy a unit, and it's like so like once a week, once a month, every 2 weeks, whatever. You set that up as draft day, and that's the day you go and buy the next unit for the army, but you don't buy it unless the previous unit is built and painted. So it's like a nice way to kind of. A lot of it really just boils down to like have self-control, but
Oh, we're shot there.
it's packaged in like a fun way.
This just a Slugger League?
A fun
Kinda, yeah.
narrative way, I should say. But in hindsight, the more like I think about it, the more you can kind of see how it has influenced the narrative system going forward, because it's a pretty old concept. Former GW employee.
7,000 points of Tyranids.
Not a single one painted.
That's not true.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have 7 Gaunts painted.
I have 120 Gaunts painted. What are you talking?
Oh, where's the rest of the points?
Oh, I'm sorry. You have 120 points painted.
How much is a Gaunt per point these days?
It's gotta be at least a few.
Sorry, you broke up again. What?
Put this in chat real fast because it's a funny picture. My shoebox of Gaunts.
Send it to the Discord. Like the.
Because I don't think you can post pictures unless you're on the manager account.
Well, I assume you meant like this chat.
Oh.
I was putting the work in progress chat. There you go.
Appreciate you, homie.
I mean, I did tell Jeff and Scott on Sunday. I'm really starting to understand the orc process of bucket of boys and bucket of dice. Because that's basically what my penal legion has become.
Yeah.
Behold, the box of guns. I appreciate that, John. That fills me with a deep joy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love that for you.
Let's clean this brush. Where's my brush soap? Oh, there it is. It's literally next to me.
Speaking of things I need to order, I think I need to order a new one of those. I feel like mine's gone bad. It's all colorful, and I'm not entirely sure if that's intended, if that's supposed to happen, or if it's
Your brush
literally
soap is colorful?
a little bit, yes. Which,
Huh.
based on your response, I feel like is not colorful.
Colorful.
I'm unsure if it is paint or mold. I'm gonna be honest with you right now, Chief.
Oh. Oh, I see. Maybe you should replace that. They also are like $5, so
Yeah, it's not a lot. It's pretty cheap. You know what else is $10?
2 packs of magic cards.
Really?
Depends on the set.
Well, it depends.
Thought a pack was usually like $7.
I stopped by a shop on the way back here to get a thingy thing, some technical paint for basing. And then I realized it didn't reach the credit minimum. So like, okay, I guess I'll take a pack of magic cards.
That's how they get you. That's.
I get you.
There's a while there that, yeah, I would just buy a paint, and like that's the credit card limit. All right, fine, give me a pack of like Innistrad Remastered or whatever.
When I went and picked up the Lorcana starter decks for my wife and I, right? They both came with a pack of cards like included in the starter deck. And I opened it and I immediately got that like deep nostalgia feeling. I was like, oh no, this isn't good. This is really not good.
Yep. Should I open it or should I keep it sealed?
It's like, oh, that's straight up like, that's how they get you with that gambling right from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Yo, okay, so this is possibly a deep cut. I don't know if deep cut's the right word. We'll go with it. Did you guys ever collect that trading ship pirate game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I found when I was
Other
home with
people
the
remember
family.
that thing?
I just remember it came with like the smallest D6 ever.
Yes, I once saw a person at a tournament who just had a bag of them. A warhammer tournament, mind you.
Oh yeah. Super base individual.
Yeah, my parents are bad about throwing things away, so I found all of mine while I was just like digging through stuff. It's like, oh, I remember these. I remember there was like every holiday they would do like a special Santa ship too. So if you collected enough if you collected enough like proof of purchases, just like little barcodes or whatever, and send them in, you'll get like a special Santa pirate ship.
I did not know that. Probably good for my parents' bank account.
Giant
That I did that.
collection back at home of like 4-masted pirate ships specifically. That was just all I collected.
Really, if you think about it, it makes sense that all of us have some sort of connection for it, because that is very much a like baby's first miniature war game in a way. It was very easy to get a hold of,
Yes.
especially for a child compared to most.
I think mine was still Heroescape, but I think that wasn't too far after.
I mean, that's true. I think I had been playing HeroClix before that, but still mad I never got to play the HeroClix BattleTech game.
Though I will say, speaking of early things, Brendan, what's the question of the day today?
The question of the day today is what was your first mini? Since we never asked it last week.
Because I don't know, I haven't actually been called in after you started these, so I don't know how this actually works. Are you like expecting? You want chat to answer? You want us to answer?
Well, I mean, since you guys are on it, you might as well answer. I usually kind of throw it up so chat has something to talk about should they feel like the need arises.
Yeah, because I still have my first mini I painted. It is an old metal Aunshi, painted with tester enamel paints that I mixed together shoddily to try to get that Tau skin.
Oh my.
And I still have it. It's in my display case right now because I like looking back at it and like looking at, one of my Custodes or Stormblast the Knight, and like, man, I have come a bit.
I mean, if we're including like any miniature models, I have sitting next to me the very first miniature model I ever painted, which was similarly used tester paints on a Viper car. Where is it? Oh, it's behind a bunch of stuff. Move. That for somehow has survived a good 20 some odd years now. Come out here. Not 100% there, but it exists. Boom. Behold.
Well, hold on. I gotta wait for the actual stream to catch up.
You'll get there. You'll get there. Bottom of the Mini, not painted. Interior parts, not painted for sure. Does this even lift anymore?
I know some psychopaths still don't paint the bottom of their minis.
Who would do that?
That's the Mini.
Jonathan.
Also,
And
does not have
tanks.
primer.
Oh, hey, look at that. Oh. Man, look at those lines.
Yes,
oh, hey, you're missing
sir.
a tire.
Yeah. God knows where that ended up. Surprised that one part's still on there, the brake. That is some
Because I did
2002 model
like
kit.
World War II plane models with my dad growing up, right? Like before I got into this whole wargaming stuff.
You can call it nonsense. It is.
Yeah, that's nonsense. I remember the first time I walked into a Games Workshop store. I thought, we went to a mall in Palisade Park, in the Palisades, which is like a big old mall. It's like a 5-story mall. It's like the thing to do. It's out like an hour or two outside New York City or so. And they had a Warhammer store there, and it's like, oh my god, Mom, let's go to your Warhammer store, because I thought it was just like a model store, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, I can get a new model to paint with my dad, and I saw the price for Rhino. It's like, okay, this is more expensive than the other models. Let's not go here. And here we are with multiple collections, and a not even done Rhino, just like sitting on the corner of my desk.
Is that your Sisters of Silence Rhino?
No, that is my Alpha Legion Rhino. My Sister of Silence Rhino's done.
Oh, okay.
My first miniature was a Battle of Skull Pass Night Goblin army.
Ooh, solid. Because what edition was that for Fantasy?
7th?
7th? Okay.
Yep, I got the 7th starter. I got the 8th starter. I think that was it.
I don't think I've ever actually... Oops, sorry, go ahead.
I had like a lot of fantasy stuff. Like I had a couple armies, but...
Well, when you teaching us to play Old World, Bubbo?
I gotta assemble and paint Old World stuff first.
Well, I mean, if you're just doing it for us, you just have to assemble it, but...
True.
That also requires us to go to the store. And as we have established recently, none of us have been in the store very often lately.
That is fair.
Except for Jeff.
Also,
Bird.
don't worry, Brendan. Grand Cafe is out now.
I know it is. And I am definitely using the still mini method on Grand Cafe. Though at least the main box is not a FOMO box, so I feel much less rush on that one.
Oh yeah, that's kind of nice.
Which I don't think really any of the Old World ones have been super FOMO. I think they've all been intended to be like, hey, it's going to be out for a while. It's basically the army starter. But I think it was just a question of like, this is a new faction, so we don't know for sure. Is my understanding.
Still almost bought the Wood Elf starter. Haven't got around to it yet.
Then for our friends in chat, because I'm congested. Sorry, everybody. Matt's first one was a Storm Vermin, which that's always fun. Who doesn't like some rat boys?
Just buy a rat army, Scott. We know you want to play Skaven.
I have rats for Frostgrave, sir.
You also have 2 boxes of Skaven you literally can't get rid of.
Well, yeah,
New
because
Skaven or old Skaven?
old Skaven. For Frostgrave.
Okay, but hear me out. I told you a local store of ours has Skaven Tide on clearance.
That is true.
No, that's a trap. Don't tell me.
They had like 4 boxes of it.
But how much though?
I don't know. I didn't actually check, so I don't care about AOS. I feel like you knew that answer before you asked.
True.
Also,
Yeah,
I did
you-
notice Goonhammer did a review for Frostgrave a couple days ago.
John, just so you know, that store also has a bunch of like Tomb King stuff on sale too. A bunch of skeletons.
Anything nice?
Hmm?
I'm assuming the new in box.
Yeah. Also on clearance.
Is it just like the basic skeletons, or is it the dragon and the tomb guard?
I saw the only box I looked at was like the base skeletons, I think, but there was also something. There was another box of I think Tomb Kings next to it, but I didn't see what it actually was.
I made the store name.
It's the one we don't usually go to because they don't usually give us discounts.
It's the one across from the coffee place that we like, and the Lego
It's the one I
store.
go to a lot because it's really close to me, as opposed to every other store in the city.
Yeah.
Alright,
But you know
it's
the
not my
one.
favorite coffee shop.
I didn't say it was your favorite. I just said it was a coffee shop.
I think all 3 of us like. I think it's fair to say. I wouldn't call it a favorite, but I would definitely call it one I like.
Yeah, but it's a nice. It's a nice little venue.
Yeah. Not that I've been very often. I think the last time I went, Scott, is when me and you had a autism special and went to the Lego store, the Warhammer store, and the nerdy coffee shop all in the span of like 20 minutes.
Oh damn, that
It's
was
like
a good
my
day.
average Sunday.
Hey, if we just thrown in a train store, we would have been set.
There was one in the mall.
Yeah, there's one. In the mall on the north
In the-
side there was.
The mall
Yeah,
that
but-
makes me sad, not the mall that I'm gonna get stabbed in.
Why does it make you sad?
I don't know, just something about the vibe there just makes you want to just jump off the second story.
It is a very like typical like dying mall whenever you go in. That one like in particular is always just empty. Empty.
It's just like I feel like all the lighting's like really dark and dingy, and everyone there looks sad, and yeah.
I mean, it can't be as sad as the mall that literally got turned into office space.
None of the down escalators work either.
Naturally.
Last time I went, only the up escalators worked. None of the down did. And then let's see. Tristan's first mini was either a 5e barbarian or his StarCraft ghost his friend ripped out of StarCraft 2 and printed it for a sci-fi game. Oh, that's fun. Was that-
Camera.
Well, I was about to say, that seems recent, but I guess 5e was technically been out for a while, hasn't it?
It's been like almost a decade, I think. Because I know it came. I remember the playtest started shortly after I graduated high school. That was in 2013. Now I'm curious, because I do this every once in a while. I think this year might be the 10-year. Or it might have been last year even. Yeah, it was last
But
year.
don't worry.
2014.
But don't worry, we have D&D next or whatever, so don't have to worry about the 10-year anniversary of 5e.
Give me a second. I just lost.
All
Overhead.
respect for me. Got it.
X just D&D 5e also though.
Sorry, what?
Isn't D&D next just D&D 5e anyway?
I thought D&D Next was the playtest for 5e. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they reuse the name for the revision?
Yeah. Well, I thought it was 2020, called D&D 2024 or something, but yeah, D&D
it's
next
called
also
one.
sounds right.
It was called 1 D&D.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because D&D Next was the
number
playtest.
1.
Why did I lose camera?
Because fate is cruel.
Tis a cruel mistress.
Not gonna lie, Matt.
There we go.
140 seems like chump numbers. My Total War army has at least twice that.
When was the last time you played Warhammer Total War, Scott?
It's been a minute. I haven't been able to play. I was able to hang out with friend of the channel, Pauline, while he was playing, but I was busy painting my Malkador.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. Kill
kill.
Scab.
I love a scab.
I do need to get the clan rat, or no, I guess it's assassin plushie.
Oh yeah, the death rat. I think it was.
Something like that,
You
yeah.
can't be
Oh,
like, oh, I
actually,
need to get the plushie, and then be like, I'm not starting a Skaven army. Just do it, you
I can
coward.
do that. I am nothing but a bunch of contradictions, Brendan. We just went over this with the Paranormal Club stuff.
Just buy the Spearhead. I hear Spearhead is the better game system anyway.
Or, hear me out. I finished the Skaven I have. We tell Bird we're going to start a pre-recorded narrative campaign of Necromunda. And then when we come up for the recording sessions on the first day, we swap it out last second for Frostgrave.
I mean, I'm not opposed to hurting Bird. I just want to know why.
Ah, because it'd be funny.
You went fair. Crush his dreams. My man is
We
one
love him. That's why we must hurt him.
What'd you say?
We love him. That's why we must hurt him.
Edward Scissorhands over here.
I don't know if I've actually seen the entirety of Edward Scissorhands.
I just remember as a kid thinking that it was just like the worst idea for marketing ever, because all the marketing makes it look like a horror movie, and it is like not by any stretch of the
A
imagination.
horror movie?
No.
Like the live-action Christopher Robin movie that, if you just cut it differently, is a horror movie.
Yeah, Edward Scissorhands is like, oh God, I don't know if it's. I haven't seen it, but I've like read reviews on it, and I know enough about it to know it's not a horror movie. But it's like kind of a. I think it's relatively lighthearted.
It's a Tim Burton movie, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what made me think of this. We should also order floating shelves. Oh, actually, I know what made me think of it. If I got the plush, we want to put it up in the studio. And in order to do that, we need shelves. Oh, hey, it's Amazon Prime Day. We should get floating shelves.
Well, order them. I don't know what to tell you. I've been advocating for shelves since we started making the studio,
Well,
and I
somebody pick it.
got shot down consistently for
Well,
months.
do we want
Until
light
Scott
brown,
was like, shelves would
medium
be a great
brown?
idea.
Yeah, because I had the idea. It's great now.
Mm-hmm. Make ideas great again, you little son of a
Hello?
bitch.
Hold up, wait a minute. Maybe like a medium wood finish. Not too dark, not too light.
I mean, if you remind me later, I can summon the Council of Women's.
That's fair. Alright, I'll remind you later.
Oh,
What?
not a damn thing, Brendan.
Shut
Not
up,
a damn
John.
thing.
Oh, wait, Matt. Matt does make a point, though.
Mm,
Matt makes a good point.
I'm sorry, I'm going through a tunnel this... Oh, what are you doing?
We are Okay, since he's not here, John, I'll just tell you, we are contractually obligated to take out that wall. So,
Really?
we held a vote. The people voted for no wall. So away goeth the wall.
Don't worry, I'm still listening to it, so I can hear that you're contractually obligated, but no.
Vox Populi. They have spoken. We don't get
I
a
didn't hear
choice.
shit.
It's not your
But
wall.
you forget my counterpoint of fingers and ears going neener neener na 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 na.
It's our wall.
Wait, hold on. When did you start paying mortgage?
Don't worry about it.
First, my mom pays you guys to be my friends. Now this.
You guys are getting paid?
Oh, that's what I thought.
God, I was getting paid.
Oh, well, shit.
If you would like to see the channel get paid, make sure to check out our affiliate links below.
Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. But I'm assuming if you're here, you're already liked and subscribed.
I did have that one hobby stream weekend where like just 4 random people showed up and subbed to the channel. That was a not weekend, but that was a fascinating stream. I can tell you that right now. Oh, actually, now that I've cleared up some of that stuff, I can turn on the filter. I like the cut of Matt's jib. That's all I'm saying.
Like the cut of Matt Jib. I don't know a Matt Jib.
As he does say, something, you said it would come down. So...
Somebody did, but that sure hell ain't me.
My filter on. That's right, I have the... Yeah,
Let's
turn on the
see. Let's
good quality,
do.
more CPU usage one. Yes.
Where is my lead belcher? Why do I have 3 Mechanicus standard grays?
Because you
No,
forgot you
never
had
mind.
at least one of them. So you bought another one.
Yep, that is correct. That is the answer.
That is how I have ended up with multiple Cantor Blues and Abaddon Blacks. Ask me how
We
I
here
know.
at Neuro-Heretical Wargaming got inspired by the name from A, not only Tristan, but B, the fact that most of us have ADHD or something. Emphasis on the or something part.
That tracks.
What do I have?
Probably general anxiety disorder.
I think you already know.
It shot me with the actual answer. Ouch.
Sorry, I didn't realize I wasn't supposed to use both barrels. We're painting a little gun. A more dumb me yesterday is like, oh, I could print out some Sentinel proxies and get them built and painted by this weekend.
Like, guard sentinels?
Yes, but I'm trying to, for my militia,
Ah.
since I'm going for the scythe theme, I was like, oh, I could get those built and painted. No, Scott, bad. Considering I still can't get Jonathan's to print without crapping out.
I'm gonna say first. Let's try and get stuff like we can successfully.
I would have thought you would have given up on that at this point.
Oh no, it's just I haven't been able to try again. I think I know what's wrong. So yeah, I have it resliced. While that was slicing, I had the rattling sliced. So I was like, okay, well, while I do that, I'll print these off because they only take like 2 hours or so, 2.5 hours. I think was the actual print time. I still need to actually see how those results came out. They looked okay. I'd have to confirm though,
They're just
because I
little
haven't taken them
guys.
off the build plate yet. Also, Jonathan, how long have you known me? I
4 years.
was about to say, you should know that I'm too stubborn to be like, I give up.
No, he's got a point. He has played Tau this entire time. Specifically, Kroot Tau, I should say.
hmm hmm I'm nothing if not committed to my sins.
To the bit.
All right. I'm going to do something different with those. So we'll paint those a different color. Do, 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 do. Well, who here is ready for our last Horse Heresy Second Edition game this weekend?
The last one.
Yeah, the release is in a week at 2.5 weeks. At least they'll be the last one we have on stream.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mean the rest of this week is a wash for me. I'd like to get some more second edition games in at least like off stream, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Well, I mean, at least your entire militia army isn't getting invalidated, so that counts for something.
Which is really great. I still don't know if I can still keep my Alpha Legion rewards of treachery. So
Oh, the like special units.
yeah, well, because the rewards of treachery is I can use your guys' special units.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So I was slowly working on different projects, doing different, your guys' special units. So if that rule no longer exists, I guess Brendan, you're gonna get a terror squad,
Neat, free terror squad.
and then Jeff's gonna get some. Oh, what's the Iron Hands like breacher squad?
Thought they were called like Medusan something.
That's it, Medusan Immortals. And I was waiting for the plastic Mark IIIs to come out to Mark III Assault ones to make the Ashen Circle, so nothing for you, Jonathan, I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I thought we were cool, man. I
I
thought we
think
were
for
friends.
though, I mean, if the rule does stay the same, then okay, it's full speed ahead, let's go.
How do you feel about your new advanced reaction, Brendan?
It's the same as the old one.
That
Oh,
was I
hold on,
didn't read it.
I'm getting a call, I'll be right back.
It's almost exactly the same. I mean, like it. Right, it works a little bit different, but they run away. Like it's the exact same. From what I remember, it's been been like a week or two since I saw that.
Yeah, I don't remember what it does.
Yeah. I am curious to see how Rights of War are gonna look. That's one of my favorite parts about Horse Heresy.
Oh, they're changing them substantially.
But they do still exist, so there's that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a random piece of flash. I can get off of this. Can I just break it off real quick? Thanks, James. You terrible, terrible printing guy. Watch this be the one stream he's like actually here for some ungodly reason. Speaking of which, I should throw on some music. I didn't get that set up. But it's already 9:15, so maybe not. Maybe not. So what are you playing, Jonathan?
The train game.
Which train game?
There's more than one train game.
I mean, there's Train Simulator, but I also assume there's Train Simulator games that people made because they didn't like the current version of Train Simulator. Because that's just how simulator games work.
I'm playing Honkai Star Rail.
You're playing the Weeb train game. See, there are multiple train games. I know you know that,
It's not a Weeb game.
isn't it?
No, it's not.
If you say because it's technically Chinese,
It's not technically Chinese. It's literally Chinese.
it's the same audience, and I know you know that.
The amount of stuff that I saw for it actually at Anime Expo was crazy.
I mean, isn't it like the #1 gacha game right now?
Thought it was still Genshin,
It might be. I don't know. I don't.
which I mean is the other game by that company. To be
Oh.
fair,
I am like just weeb adjacent enough to know these games exist, but that is about it. But I know that like for a long time it was the fucking Girls Are Warships one. The Genshin Impact or whatever has dethroned that game. Actually, I think there were two of those games, weren't
it's
there?
never that popular.
I don't know. I just remember I heard about those ones all the time. But
You knew some really weeby people then.
I worked at GameStop
That's fair.
for 3 years.
There are in fact two different ones.
I thought there was.
There's Azure Lane, and then there's Cantlay. Only one of these is a weeb game. The other one is Chinese.
If it
But no,
talks
insofar
like a
as
duck.
like weeb adjacent gacha games, Fate was the most popular one forever, and then got dethroned by Genshin.
Uh,
And now it is a Genshin game. Or a Hoyoverse game. I'd probably say it's Genshin, but I don't know. There's a lot of stuff around at AX, so
also, Matt, I never said I was calling it quits. I was just acknowledging the time.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Okay, where is that then? Show me. Show me where it is 5, Jonathan. Now
I'd have to Google it.
I'm curious. Like, there has to be a website dedicated to that, surely, right?
There is. It's called like Where in the World is at 5 o'clock? And it gives you like a random location. That's 5 currently.
Yeah, so what is it?
Where is it 5 o'clock dot beer? It is 5 o'clock in Kilo? The
Where?
United States?
What?
What the
Oh, Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not giving me anywhere else. It's literally just
You only
That
get
can't
the
be
one.
true.
I guess it's probably doing 5 p.m., so I think that's what the song is actually referring to. Not 5 a.m.
Yeah, it's talking about happy hour.
Yeah. The happy hour usually ends after 5, I think. Happy hour is a midday thing to get people in when it's normally a slowdown period.
Yeah. Hmm. Scott is still on the phone. Is that about to have to be my problem?
I was gonna say he's been on there a while. At some point, it has to be important, or else he wouldn't still be on the phone.
But is it relevant to me is the question.
No, Matt says his parents live in Italy. That's how he knows it's 5 o'clock there.
Oh, nice.
My uncle is in Italy, I think. He was working on the base there after he retired. No. God, almost that wing break. No, it went back to place. It's fine. The glue is just dry enough. It rubber banded back into place. I love these minis, but God, I hate these minis so much. Show him to Sean. The first thing he said, those wings are gonna break. I was like, no, and then they just started breaking. I think I was fine until you acknowledged it.
It's
Oh yeah, Italy is a fantastic posting. I know multiple people that re-enlisted just to go to Italy. both because the actual posting is pretty great for obvious reasons, and then the unit there has a really good reputation. So people go there hoping to get deployment with it so they can wear that deployment patch. I'm surprised I haven't heard from my wife. She's usually texting me. Oh, no, I did it again. Damn it. Oh, you came back. Okay. I get sidetracked and check things on my phone. The droid cam turns off, and it's been a butthole recently and won't connect properly every once in a while. So it's like, ah, crap. Yeah, at some point we should probably play Dark Tide. Maybe I'll play Dark Tide actually. Actually, I don't know. I don't have to work until tomorrow night because I'm closing again. So I could stay up tonight and play Dark Tide. I haven't actually played it yet. Plus, I need to download Fallout 76. That might be a good idea.
Fallout. Gross.
Shut up, John. Your opinion's invalid. We've discussed this. When it comes to Fallout, your opinion's invalid. I do need to put the Fallout Wasteland Warfare minis I got together. I haven't actually done that yet. Alright, all the leather bits are done. I have successfully completed step 1. Hell Let. Matt says he's going to play some Hell Let Loose tomorrow. Isn't that the World War II game made by the same people that made Squad? Right? That feels right. I don't know if that's right, but that feels right. Yeah. I tried to play Squad. Too much work. I'll be honest with you. It was too much work. I don't like games where I have to spend more than 15 minutes learning how to actively play the game. I don't even care if it's play the game well, but actively actually play the game. No.
How many hours have you put in Hearts of Iron?
Hearts of Iron.
I don't believe you.
Hearts of Iron is easy to learn how to play.
That is straight up falsehood.
No, it is not. Especially Hearts of Iron 4. It is the simplest one it has ever been. Just because you can't conquer France as Germany, John, does not mean everyone else has equally struggles.
It's like one of the hardest Paradox games.
Hearts of Iron?
Yeah.
You're going to say that when Europa Universalis 4 exists?
I said one of. Honestly, it's probably the midpoint. Crusader King's probably the easiest. Followed by Solaris, followed by Hearts of Iron, followed by Victoria, followed by U4.
Yeah, I could probably agree with that. I think that's probably a pretty fair assessment.
Hey, I have an achievement that I've won a game of Solaris. I hit the big red button and I destroyed the galaxy.
I don't think I've ever
What's the
actually.
name of the achievement?
What, big red button?
Yep.
Yeah, probably. They have a lot of fun with achievements, and basically all of them, but especially Stellaris.
Yep, big red button, destroy the galaxy. How long have I been fighting this boss?
I don't think I've ever actually completed a game of Stellaris, to be honest with you. Or if I have, it's been a
That is the
long time.
first I have actually finished. The second one was a great tragedy. There's a game that like I won. I beat the crisis. I had the highest score in the game. All I had to do was wait out the timer for it to hit the normal end time, and I would have won.
Mm.
Then a war in heaven started. The war in heaven counts as a crisis,
Mm.
and the game will not end while a crisis is currently active. I nuked one of the war in heaven members, so then I watched as the other one slowly gained enough score down to beat me. Great tragedy.
Just real quick, Matt, are you agreeing with John or are you agreeing with me? I genuinely do not think Hearts of Iron 4 is that hard. It is a very relatively simple game. Mind you, I also play the Millennium Dawn mod, which is like, what if we took Hearts of Iron 4 and gave it a bunch of the same mechanics as Victoria and then did those mechanics poorly? And also did not optimize the game engine to actually run these mechanics, which admittedly is not their fault. There is a tutorial. It's called Italy. All right, you just play Italy, and it's not hard.
Is it really even that easy though?
You know, 100% honest with you, I'm not sure if it used to be like the tutorial nation because you started out at war, so you learned to play those mechanics pretty easily. You didn't have to worry about like a great power intervening. I don't know if it's still considered that. That game has had a lot of, much like Stellaris, has had a lot of changes over time. Also, I've been playing Hearts of Iron games of various sorts since like 2007, maybe, probably 2006 even. So I have a very broad breadth of knowledge when I start that game. Though Hearts of Iron 4 is actually a pretty big departure from some of the older ones, so believe it or not, simpler.
I do not.
I mean, you could play Black Ice. That's a choice that people actually make for some reason. I will never make that choice, but this generation too lazy to YouTube how to do something. Back in my day, I had to go to game or website. I think it was called like Computer Cheat Codes. That's how I learned to do everything. Was that the name of the website? I don't remember. That was a long time ago now. I'm gonna find some music. And Scott has genuinely been away for a while now, hasn't he?
I'm starting to get concerned.
Yeah. Oh, hey, we got a subscriber. Neat. I don't know if it was in this stream or not, but we got another one. It may not hurt you to text him and be like, hey, what's going on, bud?
Okay, we back.
Oh, look at that.
Sorry,
good?
had a call. Yeah, Kirsten just got off work, so.
Okay. John
Well,
was
not got off
starting to
work,
get...
but she just heading home, so.
I was
John-
nervous if I was about to get a call.
Yeah, John was getting
Oh,
concerned.
and call us, not my fucking problem.
Yeah, these are all YouTube licensed. I don't need to worry about that.
Sorry, how'd the rest of the stream go?
It's going good. It's going good.
Are we still streaming?
Yeah.
Streaming.
Oh, the page crashed on me.
Oh, yeah, we're still going. Matt's going to bed. Hey, Wanting Fire, welcome back, my guy.
Hi, welcome back.
Let's start some music. Let me know if that music's a little too loud. I'll turn it down a little bit.
Please don't stop the music.
Oh wait, that's my mic.
Musical styling is brought to you by Brendan, who is not a traditionally trained singer, but we don't have the budget for licensing, so. Oh, Brendan, you're being summoned.
That is a truck. I'll be honest with you, I don't usually actually hear the music. What, Matt? Why are you saying my names in all caps?
You're being summoned.
Okay, this track is whack. Nope, not doing this.
This track is whack.
Way too much electronic stuff.
What, you don't want to go to the discotheque?
The biblioteca?
The biblioteca?
Guess I can also just turn down the volume.
Apparently you have been sent math.
Oh. I don't know how to read math.
Don't worry, you have 2 engineers with you.
Bro.
We shall teach you the language of the machines.
Now I'm good. Actually, I do say
You
that.
sure?
I have started my application for, Fine, I will look at it, Matt. I have restarted my application for the National Guard, and I am looking at... Oh, it's like a geospatial one.
Well, that'd be fun.
See, Matt, you called that autistic math, but it also feels very schizophrenic, and I feel like you know that.
Don't worry, I've read, oh crap, what's that book called? Hold on. There's a monitor in the way. I've read House of Leaves. I know what schizophrenia looks like.
Schizophrenia or gaslighting? You ever been gaslit by a house? That's House of Leaves.
No, well, no, because it's more about the guy. The guy's just descending into schizophrenic, like a schizophrenic breakdown. Really,
Yeah.
is how I understood it. So he's like, he thinks he found this movie script, or not this movie script. He thinks he found this documentary, and he's just having a schizophrenic breakdown as he thinks he found this and can't find it anywhere else, which is all just like textbook schizophrenia symptoms.
I thought that one was the one where the house is like bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
So yes, so there's 3 layers to the story.
Oh.
Okay, first layer of the story is about a man who is a photographer who finds whose house is becoming bigger on the inside, and it just opens up this passageway. Okay. The second layer is that the first layer is actually a documentary that an old man found, and he spends his entire life finding, trying to gather everything he can about it and like research like what's going on with this house. That is expressed in the footnotes of the book.
Hmm.
There was then a second layer of footnotes, which is the actual writer who found all these memoirs from this old man who passed away in his best buddy's like downstairs apartment. But really, none of this actually exists. This is all in his head, is my understanding. Is like how I interpreted the book when I read it. So all of this is just like in his head, and all of it is just like he's having a psychotic breakdown,
Hmm.
and he's just like kind of imagining that he found all these things, and he's making it up.
Ah, I see.
It's a fascinating book.
Also reminds me, when are you going to read? I just need you to read the first Caiaphas Cain movie book. That's all.
Well, currently it's now in 14th in place.
You should move that to second because you can finish it in a weekend. That's all.
I guess that's fair. Oh dear God, there's math. Okay.
Oh, did he send it to the
All right.
actual? Okay, put it in.
Yeah.
No.
He added me and everything. All right, I'll take a let me block in these leather colors. I'll take a look at that real quick.
Right. While you do that, real quick, Wanting Fire 497. Tonight I am painting, as voted by our fans. I don't know if you saw that, but I am painting some winged hussars from Victoria Miniatures, suitable for proxies in your favorite science fiction war games.
And I am painting my Kit Bash field ordnance batteries for my Horse Heresy Militia, which is a combination of both Wargames Atlantic parts. See the affiliate link in chat in the description, as well as a couple different artists for prints of the guns that I like.
Aren't you doing these exact minis too at some point?
Yeah, I haven't printed out. I'm just kind of scared because they seem pretty fragile.
I have broken so many of these wings, Scott. You wouldn't understand. You gotta so many wings.
I'm kind of waiting for me to fully get the printer to work without issue before I start painting those.
So you can easily replace broken parts.
The boingo.
So, Brendan,
Yes,
when are you gonna read Rhythm?
I have the book around me. I started reading Dead Men Walking instead.
How dare you, sir? I'm now 80% of the way through Into Truth, by the way. I had a lot of time on my flight.
Fair, fair. Oh, so you read that instead of watching The Boys?
Yes.
Rude.
I was
Wait.
30,000 feet up. What do you want from my life?
Wait, didn't you just talk about not liking bad superheroes?
No, watching The Boys stream on Sunday.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm assuming I hate The Boys. I don't hate The Boys, but I definitely don't have a. It's not my show.
We were talking about it earlier because I've been watching Doom Patrol. Well, I started watching Doom Patrol with Tristan, which is pretty good. It's not bad superheroes. They're just all losers.
I have a strong opinion on what if Superman was evil.
Yeah, I still think the best take on it is Dr. Manhattan because he's not evil, right? He's just kind of detached because he is a god. But
Counterpoint: Red Sun exists.
who's Red Sun? Oh,
Not if
Red
he was
Sun.
evil. That's just if he was a commie.
It's
Yeah.
very evil coded.
Doesn't he kill Stalin?
This is more morally righteous stuff that you're saying.
I don't know if he kills Stalin actually.
I'm pretty sure.
No, I think Batman kills Stalin.
I'm pretty sure killing Stalin is a morally correct choice.
I remember him being very pro Stalin in that comic book.
Well, no, because I think I saw a clip from. I guess they did an animated version of it.
Yes.
So Stalin just kind of we'll get back to the gaslighting theme. Just kind of gaslights Red Sun into him thinking he's doing stuff that's best for the people. And then he sees under the hood of like the effects of what he's doing actually is. Like he realizes that he's not fighting bad guys; he's just fighting detractors of the state. And I think he goes back and murks Joseph Stalin.
Well,
Or at least
considering
puts the fear of God into him, right?
I don't remember because in the book he just straight up takes over the Soviet Union, like after Stalin
So
dies. I remember that.
okay, well he might have been the reason that Stalin died.
Now I have to look it up. 'Cause I don't remember.
What is Brightburn? Brightburn sounds familiar.
It does sound vaguely familiar, but
The movie that had the Billie Eilish song as the ending theme, I think.
That doesn't. What is it about? That doesn't help me narrow it down.
I don't
I'm
know,
also
all of my opinions are music themed.
from Big T-shirt Billie Eilish.
I'm pretty sure he used the bad guy as like the ending theme. Because it was not on the nose at all.
all right. Okay, here's what the wiki says. Superman. Now, the public, just Stalin has become a father figure towards Superman, presumably just completely. Blah blah blah. Once Lois Lane, with the help of her husband Lex Luthor, exposes the truth of the Gulag to Superman. Superman confronts Stalin about his crimes for the Soviet people, which he exclaims for the greater good, leading Superman to kill him with his laser beams. But then
I
Superman.
told you.
Okay, but then Superman becomes quote would take on the mantle of dictator for life.
Well,
And mind you, he can't die. He is functionally immortal.
it could be a benevolent dictator.
I think it's implied that he kind of is, but it's also bad enough that Batman is a resistance fighter, so it can't be great.
Still the average Superman story.
Oh, that's Bright. Okay, I looked up Brightburn. I have not seen that, but it's by James Gunn. Well, he's the producer.
It's easy to get a
I don't know.
producer credit, though.
That's true. I have not seen that though.
What is it?
Brightburn.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see. After a difficult struggle with fertility, Tori Brayer's dreams of motherhood come true with the arrival of a mysterious baby boy. Brandon appears to be everything Tori and her husband, Kyle, of course it's Kyle, ever wanted, bright, talented, and curious about the world.
Kyle's
But
such a
as
millennial
Brandon
name.
nears puberty, powerful darkness manifests within him, and Tori becomes consumed by terrible doubts about her son. Once Brandon begins to act on his twisted urges, those closest to him find themselves in grave danger.
Oh, so it's literally Superman meets the Omen. That's literally the
Maybe?
plot to the Omen. Fun fact: the Omen made
Oh,
my mother
evil Superman.
change. The Omen made my mother change my brother's name before he was born
Oh,
because he was originally going to be named Damien, which is the name of the kid in the Omen. And then my brother was born on Halloween, and my mom said, "Nope, that's bad juju."
nope, nope, we're not messing with that. Yeah, I have not seen Brightbird, admittedly. I've told these guys before, I am a little burnt out with superheroes in general. Then there's a couple timeless classics, right? Like Watchmen. I'll always stand a Watchmen, which we were talking about earlier. Um, I have been enjoying Doom Patrol.
We went and saw
I have to
Deadpool.
watch. Yeah, but that's like that makes fun of this. That makes fun of the superhero stuff enough. Like it's very cognizant of the burnout.
Well, yeah.
And like the Marvel shows are good for a bit, and then I got burnt out from those. Like I can't keep up with all these. So I don't know. I don't know. I also just want to make sure. I also don't want like Star Wars to become like that for me, because Star Wars holds a very special place in my heart, and I'm very scared of Star Wars burnout. Because I never did like, I never read comic books or anything growing up. Superheroes weren't like a big part of my, weren't a founding part of the Scott lore, but Star Wars sure as hell was.
Not already burnt out on Star Wars?
No, I'm okay with the current amount of Star Wars, especially after Andor.
I say there's been very little Star Wars recently.
Yeah, exactly. There's not too much. There's like a pretty heavy flow of Star Wars, and then I think Obi-Wan and company is like, all right, we should slow these down and like put some thought and care into this. Like, thank you, thank you.
Maybe unpopular opinion, but I actually really liked Obi-Wan.
I liked Obi-Wan too. Except for the chase scene with Leia.
I
That was pretty stupid.
don't even remember that scene. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you.
It felt kind of Looney Tunesy. I'm gonna be honest. It's like a little girl running through the woods, and then she like goes around a twig, and the guy's chasing. Is like, oh no, there's a twig. What do I do? Oh, gee willikers. I think
Fair.
this was around a similar time as the Book of Boba Fett, fucking space moped, chase at the last episode.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
I
know.
was
I
like, what
liked
is?
the last episode of that wasn't the dumbest part of the space mopeds. I think they did better by the last episode. Their
Yeah, well,
introduction was
whatever
not
the
good.
chase scene, like the world's slowest chase scene with those ones, like, okay, this is a little silly, guys.
But counterpoint, Rancor mount, which is really
Right,
what I was
that
there
was
for.
metal. That was metal. I will watch that all day. I'll still make fun of the space mopeds.
I mean, that's fair. I, I
Yes,
just
you are
think,
still allowed to answer the question for the week.
oh yes,
Oh yes, you're
I
always allowed to answer the question.
I have incredibly strong opinions on the Book of Boba Fett. Um,
Jonathan, do we have time for your strong opinions on literally anything?
I don't think you all do.
I don't know how late we going tonight, boys.
I was thinking probably 10.
All right. You think you can make it succinct explanation in 12 minutes?
Oh, God, it's already 9:48. Oh shit, I didn't realize it was that late.
So I am like a diehard Boba Fett fanboy.
All right, we have time, boys. Let's go.
Boba Fett is like my favorite character in Star Wars, and it's
All
like
three of
not
his
close.
lines.
Yeah, shut. I was a kid. He looked cool.
Yeah.
It's valid. It is valid.
Like my absolute favorite thing in Star Wars. They announced the Book of Boba Fett. I'm like, this is gonna be the coolest show ever. And the show doesn't like Boba Fett. That's my 3-second review of the Book of Boba Fett. Is I wish a show with Boba Fett as the main character liked Boba Fett, and it just doesn't.
Considering the Mandalorian shows up halfway through to save it.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
Like that's
The Mandalorian is the show that Boba Fett would have gotten if The Mandalorian didn't exist. Like, that's what
Yeah.
I think that was the problem. It's like they were like, oh shit, we already made it. Like, what are we actually doing here?
just be him being a crime boss. The premise was good.
Yeah, that's what season 2 would be. And he does do that. You see it all come together by the end of it. Their pacing just sucked. And it was weird.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest thing. The pacing was a little weird.
Yeah.
Like all the Tusken Raider stuff was cool.
Tusken Raider stuff I dug,
Yeah.
especially because there was a train heist. And I don't know what it is. Star Wars seems to do train heists very well.
Well,
I don't know why.
Star Wars is a Western, like at its core.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Or
if you-
slash a samurai movie. But they both influence each other, so like
yeah, kind of the same thing. The two most famous movies in
Yes.
both of those genres are the same movie.
That was the dumbest quote I have ever seen on a YouTube video.
What?
which one?
God, quote A says, "Yeah, I like love how much this show's like going back to its Western roots." Yeah, followed by a response, actually, Star Wars isn't a Western; it's a samurai movie. It's like I need you, but A, don't be that type of weeb. B, I need you all to know that this is the same fucking thing.
Just tell me you don't know film history without telling me you don't know film history. It's fine. I sure do love working on a mini and then noticing a part I 100% did not paint on one of the other minis.
Like, oh no. Though, oh, Wanting Fire. His first painted mini is his only one. Went to a Warhammer shop and they had a free mini painting lesson with free minis. It was an Infernus Marine, and the guy let me paint him my custom chapter. Oh, that's fun. Was it the orange one or was it your the Salamander's successor?
But Covenant of Fire.
No, his was the. Oh, I really like the name of his. His was pretty metal. It was Also, I actually don't remember which end you were. Dragon Sentinels. That was it. Like that's. I
That's
can
pretty
get
good
behind
name.
that name.
Yeah.
That's a pretty dope name, right? Honestly, I feel like that sounds like a metal band.
Anything that sounds metal is probably a metal band somewhere.
That is fair. Probably in Finland too.
Nah, not black enough. That sounded bad.
That sounded bad, Mr. Oklahoma over there. You wanna circle back on that one?
Black metal, I mean, specifically. Comes from
It,
Norway or Finland. It's probably black metal.
okay, that is fair. It is confusing because there is one band that I like where the entire premise was somebody on 4chan said, "Hey, there's no good like black people in metal music," and the guy's like, "Bet," and then like his first release wins a bunch of metal awards.
Challenge accepted.
Also, like all of his music's very, that kind of metal where it's very
Scott.
like kill your slavers and everything. And then the guy is just super cheery. It's like, oh, gee whiz, you guys are so nice and welcoming. Thanks for. I'm really happy you guys are all here. Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
did we go too quiet for you, Scott?
Oh, I thought you said Scott, and like you're trying to say something.
No, I meant like very. I meant that as they play very Scott style.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay.
No antlers with this one, but
Yet. It's metal. You can
it
never
has
rule it out. I remind
a
you
lot of gospel influences, which is always fun.
that what's their face started out as a pirate metal band and became a dwarf metal band.
A what?
Oh, I remember who you're. Is that the one that sings "Diggy Diggy Hole"?
That does the cover. Yes.
Okay, okay.
I'm pretty sure they started out as pirate metal and now they're just like pure dwarf metal, which is a fascinating transition.
It's also fascinating that dwarf metal is a genre.
Isn't it? That's the fun part about metal is basically every genre exists. It's just a matter of who has written it yet.
Just a matter of finding it, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I am, Tristan. Also glad you're still here.
Windrose. Yeah, see, Tristan gets it.
Tristan is also a metal aficionado, so he's usually our go-to for answering these type of questions. But yeah, Tristan, when I went to the Brando Sando release thingy, was able to get tickets for Zeal and Ardor because they were like right down the street on the same time. I was like, oh, neat. Don't mind if I do.
Honestly, forgot Tristan was in the stream. He hasn't said anything in a while. Yeah.
Oh, you got this, Brendan.
Oh,
I
okay.
believe in you.
So, unlike a lot of channels, our Discord is not locked behind any sort of paywall, currently at least.
There is not enough people to
justify.
constitute that.
So if you want to join the Discord, just go down to the links below. Should be just above our affiliate link. If it's not there, please let me know. We can fix that. But
Yeah, if the link broke again, let us know.
Again.
Discovered last week
you
it
know.
broke this entire time.
But yes, there we post memes, we post painting progress, and just a little place to hang out, right? Pet pics. Who doesn't have a good pet pic?
And if you do post your minis, you have a chance to be featured on the Sunday stream every week for Mini of the Week.
Mini of the week.
Mini of the week.
Mini of the week. Boop. Okay, that's fair, Tristan, but since when have I cared about popular stuff?
Ugh. To be fair, the
Y'all don't
only metal
listen
band.
incessantly to pop music?
Hmm?
You all don't listen incessantly to pop music?
I think you meant more like
Rather
popular metal bands than.
Ah.
Which, to be fair, the one I listen to that's really like actually popular, that isn't just like one or two songs, I started liking before, so I get to be a hipster about it.
I feel like that's one of the things that doesn't make sense about me. Is I think statistically I am a metal fan. But no, I listen to like Taylor Swift and stuff.
What's wrong with Tay Tay?
Also, it's okay wanting fire. I'm Poner trainee on literally everything because I made that name when I was 13 and we stuck with it.
You can also put in a custom name for the channel if you like. If you want it to be
Also true.
associated with what you are on here, or whatever you like, as long as we have a rough idea of who you are. At this point, I think we know who mostly everyone is. I don't think there's anyone in there that I have no idea who they are.
Who are you people?
Steam. Okay. Steam and.
Also, I remind you, I am a metal fan, but I have a picture with Taylor Swift.
I'm actually so mad about that still.
Why do you have a picture of Taylor Swift?
I met Taylor Swift, Scott. Duh.
I would hope so. She meet you?
Yeah. She said yes.
Okay, well, I'll make sure.
So mad about that. Like.
But also to answer your question a little more specifically, so funny enough, I have family in Tennessee, and we, being my mom and I, went out there.
Damn, that explains why you're the only 10 I see, Brendan.
Damn. Anyway, we went out there to kind of see them, and we also went to a Civil War battlefield around Franklin, Tennessee, I think it was.
Okay.
And while we were there, my mom's like, I want to go check out the antique shops here because they have a lot of cool old stuff. And I was like, fine, whatever. So we went, and we were just kind of walking around the store. And at one point, we're walking, and Taylor Swift just walks right by us. And like, we stopped because it took a second. Because like I saw her in the hallway, and my brain was like, that can't be, like that wouldn't make any sense. So I looked behind me, and my mom's mouth is like wide open. And she's like, is that Taylor Swift? And mind you, this was back in her like country days, where she was really a pop artist. Because I was in high school, so this would have been, oh god, shoot, this would have been like 2010, I think, maybe. And yeah, so we got a picture. It was cool.
Huh. Well, that's kind of wild. All right.
Remind me one of these days I can. I know my wife has it because she like shows people all the time. But remind me and I can show you.
Her hubby's crowning achievement.
It was funny though because we as we were leaving, we're like, oh, that was really cool. We just hear like as we walk out, this group of like 6 girls walks past us, right? And I guess Taylor Swift was going out like a back door or something, which fair. And it was like quiet, and then I just hear a chorus of screaming.
And it was all you.
Yeah, you're right. That was I told you the story of the slave plantation I went to that mysteriously did not do tours of the slave quarters, right?
I think you did, yeah.
Yeah, that was that same trip. That was like earlier that day.
Damn, what a roller coaster.
It was a fascinating day, I'll tell you that.
First, the worst humanity has the offer, then the best.
I mean, I was really just there for the seeing the entrenchments. That did it for me. That was my highlight of the trip. I was like, oh, that's really cool. I like seeing this tickles my fancy. Yeah, Franklin, Tennessee was nice. I did like going. It's a nice sized town too. Well, what's funny is
I
bef-
don't
go
know if
ahead.
I ever stopped through there. I think I've like driven through there back when I lived in Bama, but
Apparently, so funnily enough, literally before we went out, like earlier that day, my mom was like, "Yeah, apparently Franklin, Tennessee is like kind of a stomping ground for like famous country music singers for some reason, because it's like right outside
yeah.
Nashville, so it's like you can go and kind of escape that a little bit."
Sounds
Lo and behold, she was right.
Boom, T Swizzles
Tay Tay.
and Jonathan's disdain. You didn't know it yet, but formative part of your guys' friendship.
I mean, I also have there's a lot of disdain from people I already knew, so really,
it should have been me.
also one of the most famous country singers of all time is from my hometown.
Same.
Pretty sure mine outsold yours though.
I'd have to go check.
Damn, hold on, Watch Fire. That was your first mini?
If
Shit, the lines on that are crisp.
am I
All
going
right.
am I going to look at this mini and be upset that another one of our fans paints better than us?
Probably.
Ah,
Nah, the lines on there are like super crisp and everything. Do you do
yeah.
other art outside of like mini painting and whatnot? Because shows a lot of really good brush control.
I assume it's not the box of Tyranids.
Just
That's
below
me.
the box of Tyranids.
Ooh, salamander. Sally. Isn't that below the box of Tyranids?
That is. Oh no, it's in mini and army show off.
Yeah, I see it now. I found it.
Oh my god, it's literally just a box of nids. I've been locked in over here. I didn't have a chance to look at it yet. It's like, yeah, it's literally just a box of nids.
Literally, box of
I
Nids.
told you I had something it's painted.
Box of Gaunts, if you will. That was missing part of this. I was not painting their shirts. I was like, why does it not seem like there's much red on top? That would be why.
As you paint all your little mini shars.
You really need to watch just any part of that show.
I've watched Origin. It's been a couple years, but
Origin isn't bad. I really like some of the mobile suit designs in Origin. The gun tank, especially, I love.
well, the gun tank has a special place in my heart for just how stupid it is.
Yeah, but the Origins plays it a bit more straight than the actual show does. The Origins one is much more detailed and it looks a bit better.
It is it? I did not notice it then.
Yeah, the Origins gun tank is much more detailed than which I mean, like, it's a 1970s anime. Everything's more detailed in the
Right.
actual in Origins, but it's a little more grounded in Origins, and I like it for that.
I think when I used to play Gundam Wing Commander with Falling Wing Commander, I think it was Wing Commander. It's a gotcha. It's a freaking Gundam gotcha game, third-person shooter gotcha game. I always made sure I was trying to main the gun tank and the goof because they're both dumb.
It's Nozaku, boy.
It's
Nozaku.
Nozaku.
Honestly, that's one of the best fight scenes in that, like, in the entire franchise.
I forget. Was the nose? Is that that's MS8th team, right? The
I'm
goofs were
fairly
introduced
certain.
in that.
That's the fight scene I'm thinking of, at least. It may I could be misthinking, and the quote could be from the main series, but I don't think it is.
Actually, no, I think it is from the main series, but the MS8th team fight at the end with the I think it might have even been a custom goof.
Yeah, I think it's a Goof custom.
Where he literally uses his own arm to try to beat the goof to death.
Because he's panicking, doesn't know what else to do.
Let's see.
I do like how.
All right, because that's the original Mobile Suit Gundam, because that's Ramba Ral,
Okay.
who's also in Gundam Origins.
I was like, I'm pretty sure. Because he's calling him boy because he's talking to Amuro, who's literally a child.
Hmm. But it doesn't complain as much as Shinji does, so.
Get in the goddamn robot. Well,
No, Dad.
honestly, I mean, he did get his shit slapped out of it at one point because he was complaining too much. So Amuro does get there. Don't let you think he doesn't.
I don't know if I think the original Mobile Suit Gundam was just too 70s for me. I eventually gave up on it.
Just watch the movies, honestly,
Hmm.
because there's three. They did a super cut of the original series into like 3 movies, just to hit like the important parts, and that's really all you need.
Fair.
Though I will say it is very 70s, yet somehow still not the goofiest one in the series.
Isn't that the one where they have like the different countries fight and the Dutch's Gundam is a giant windmill?
Yes, G
Okay, which
Gundam,
one is that?
G
G
Gundam.
Gundam.
Remember that one because that's like the second one they brought over to the United States on Toonami. Yeah,
And
the
then the American one, I forget, is the American one a football player or
the American one's a boxer, baby.
that's right.
Complete with boxing gloves. The Mexican one wears a sombrero.
Oh God. Our boss is right. Nobody does racism like the Asians do. Jesus Christ.
I was about to, like, where is he going with this one?
uh, yeah, the Dutch one is a. Do you know why the Dutch one was a windmill?
Because they love their windmills?
No,
Does it fly
Don
because of the little
Quixote?
propeller?
no. There's a
I'm scared.
there's a very practical reason for why it is a windmill.
Is it wind powered?
No,
Okay.
you gotta think
I'm
strategically.
Is it a shield? Or
Nope,
is it like deflect bullets? Are they blades?
nope. You're thinking too
What is
practically.
it then?
It's
Can it
designed to
fly?
hide.
Oh
So it hides in the
Jesus.
windmill?
Yes,
It
it literally
disguises
disguised itself
itself.
as a windmill for the vast majority of the series.
Oh man. Really weird to see a Dutch style windmill in the middle of Texas.
Yeah, the whole like plot of G Gundam is that there are these space colonies set up by every country, and like once every 5 years or whatever, they have a literal giant robot fight on Earth to decide like who's in charge. And so
Okay.
the quote unquote neo Dutch strategy is to literally hide until the final part of the tournament.
I mean, if we're going by Battle Royale rules, I guess it's a solid strat.
That's literally what they're doing. G Gundam is basically like battle royale. It's literally what it is.
That's so wild. All right.
It's a fun series. I
Yeah, I haven't seen too much Gundam myself, watching Fire, but like I said, friend of the channel is very big into Gundam, and obviously Brendan here is pretty big into Gundam.
But I'm the weeb.
You
Yeah, you
literally are
are.
playing quote the train game.
Not Japanese.
I know it's not Japanese, therefore it is technically not a weeb game. However, it sure seems to attract a lot of them.
Oh man, Genshin was everywhere. Genshin was normie stuff.
I don't know about that.
Frickin' normie coded.
Also, the fact that you use the word normie unironically does you in, and I
Fair.
know you know that.
Damn it, I played myself.
I mean, Genshin was beginning of COVID though. Like it.
Oh, that's fair. So it kind of got an unfair market advantage, if you will.
And it was sold on the fact like it's this is Breath of the Wild but with gacha mechanics.
Oh shit, I should probably be extra. I guess I'm not. Okay. Sorry.
The number of people that I know that got into Genshin, oh, too many. They didn't know what gacha games were. I didn't warn them fast enough.
No, wait!
No, Billy, no, I don't want you to be influenced. Too late, mother. The Codex
Too
has
late, mother.
started this bullshit.
Too late, mother. I am a whale.
Isn't there literally a movie called The Whale?
Yeah, I think it's Brendan Fraser, isn't it?
Yeah, that was his comeback movie a few years
But
ago.
also, a whale is the term in gotcha games for people that spend way too much damn money.
Oh, I know. It's a term in every, like, thanks. It's also a term in 40K. Bird.
That
Off.
is.
Bird.
I'm pretty sure that you
That's-
insulted Bird with that, not me.
Don't worry, Jonathan. We wouldn't if we would poke fun at you, but we would never insult you because otherwise most of the channel wouldn't be possible.
We wouldn't have a solid, like, 50% of our armies.
It's not true anymore. But for a while there, I had every single female character in this game.
In Genshin or Star Rail, or are you talking
Nah,
40K?
there's too much shit in Genshin. It's Starrail though, yeah.
Weeb.
Not anymore, because I stopped playing for a little bit.
Yeah, but you're
So I'm
back.
missing like 3, I think.
We don't, actually. We don't have a sisters player.
Which is bizarre, by the way. I mean, I'm a bad day away from starting a Sisters Army, don't get me wrong.
If I didn't already play guard, I would probably look at getting sisters. But I am already painting enough regular human-sized miniatures that I refuse to start another army that's somewhere, quote, between a horde and space marines.
What'd you call me?
You a hope.
You can play Horde Space Marine armies.
I know, I play the one faction that does it best.
Do they though?
Yes,
Yeah,
Black
I kinda
Tide.
do.
It has a whole. What are you talking about? We're the only space marine. Well, I guess not anymore. We used to be the only space marine army that had a regular space marine army that had a 20-man unit.
Can deal with Berserkers now.
I was talking space wolves, but
Because we don't stand chaos here.
also I don't think you can take 120 berserkers in a 2,000 point list.
Last I checked, that is correct, but I'm not sure if the points have changed at all.
Yeah, it's a point limit, so it could be whenever. Man, I sure did love getting actually on the fucking World Eater subreddit over there. That pissed me off. Like, actually.
And
That's
actually-
literally like every goddamn day.
What?
Maybe it was secretly Jonathan.
I'm just saying, like, being like, oh, well, you don't have enough points. It's like, okay, well, I can play a 3,000 point game. That's legal. Like, it's okay.
No.
It is still allowed by the game mechanics. Just because the points are not at a spot where it's possible to fit in a 2,000 point list. Which I remind you, the reason I say Black Templars did it the best, because that was possible. I think they nerfed it, though they didn't change it back recently. I don't think it's in. I don't know if you technically can still or not. I know it's not good. So ironically, we last I checked, our win percentage went down after we got buffed. I don't know how that worked, but
People got buffed more.
yeah, I think Imperial Knights just got good. Is what happened.
True.
Though Black Templars aren't in a bad spot to counter Imperial Knights. We have melee threats that can do it, and we have access to a lot of Melta, which threatens any armature heavy lists.
And if you want to see what that looks like, look at our stream 2 Saturdays ago.
That's Chaos
Were
Knight,
these-
Scott.
Well, same freaking
I mean,
chassis.
it's the same idea, is what I'm getting across. So
Where these two play rocket tag with each other.
That was an ending, though. Oh my god, that was
That was a bizarre game.
Also, that game. That side note to get on the business side for a second. That video is actually performing pretty well.
Oh,
Actually, did really well. I should say it was like it's our second best performing video.
Should tell more.
Clearly.
Please don't.
I don't know if we got the right lesson out of it, but that.
I'm done playing the train game. Time to read Wind and Truth. Right.
I suppose it is getting late, Brennan. How much longer you wanna go with this?
Honestly, I think I kind of want to get the red on all these guys done, and I'll probably call it.
That is fair.
So
That
I've
is
got
fair.
like 2 left, and that's a good chunk of the mini done.
But yes, Tristan, you need to come visit again and bring your sisters.
That, or we need to bully Bird into finishing
Or
his
or
girlfriend's sisters.
he needs to move here. Just saying. Just saying. Sorry, you were saying, Brendan?
I'll say either that, or we bully Bird into finishing Rebecca's sisters so we can play them.
That is fair. Kirsten's interested in getting into sisters as penance for getting me into magic.
That's fair.
So it's the question of kill team or the combat patrol.
Which kill team? The Noviats box?
Yeah, that's the only. Well, I guess technically the Repenters or whatever the hell they're called are
Sanctifiers?
sisters, sanctifiers. Thank you.
Yeah, they're
I
sisters
think-
and agents.
The combat patrol is almost great. So close.
That seems to be a common theme for sister combat patrols.
If it had Repentia instead of Arcoflagellants, I'd like it.
Yeah, but no one's buying the Arcoflagellants, so they have to find a way to get rid of them somehow.
They should stop doing that and just like get rid of sculpts that no one likes.
Well, then you have a bunch of people complaining online because they found the 7 people that liked them.
Well, yeah.
See, literally any Space Marine release.
Hey man, I played Jakar. Half our stuff is no longer created.
Half your stuff is you waiting for the freaking made to order to shine on you.
Actually, yeah.
I feel like they're up soon for a re-release. I wouldn't be surprised if they're gonna get
They're definitely
some
due
big
for
on them.
one.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Right?
think they are now the oldest sculpts, at least in 40k. I think Sigmar still has some older sculpts, but
That's more of a leftover from Warhammer Fantasy Battle, though, so I don't think that's kind of cheating. That's just an older game system.
true.
My hand.
Well, though, fantasy is only like 5 years older than 40k, isn't it?
That
Sorry, what's
sounds
the
about
question?
right. It's not that much older.
Fantasy is only like 5 years older than 40k, isn't it? If that.
Sounds right.
I also feel like Fantasy got a lot more love for a long time compared to 40k. I don't think they expected 40k to blow up the way it did, but that didn't really come about till the late 90s.
Back in the 90s, I was a very famous tabletop game.
That sounds like an
I
anime.
That's, well, you know. Really, we're going for a BoJack reference, but,
I haven't seen BoJack Horseman.
well, it's sad, so I like it.
I've seen enough video essays to know it was sad. To be honest.
Yep.
I spent a few
I
days
think that-
watching some of the end parts, being like, "Oh God, this is not at all what I thought this show was."
No. Also, the entire premise behind it is a joke because the main character is a horse with depression because
Why the long face?
why the long face? Like, Jesus Christ. So apparently 40k came out in 87.
Hmm.
When did Warhammer Fantasy come out?
85 is my guess.
Let's see, Wikipedia says. It doesn't. Oh, let's try Wikipedia. Okay, 83. So it's
Hey,
predates by 4 years.
Okay. I also feel like Warhammer Fantasy Battles fell into its visual like design language much faster than 40K did.
Fair.
What do you mean? They made a Space Marine, and they've been making the Space Marine ever
Have you
since.
seen the original Space Marines?
Yeah, it was a Chaos Warrior.
They look very little like modern Space Marines.
But
They've
don't
gone
worry, we're
through a
bringing back the
lot of
original
heavy
Terminators with
redesign.
Saturnines.
Oh, he's so stupid.
They actually talked about
Are
the
you?
history of the sculpt design on that one recently. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, I saw that. I haven't had a chance to read it yet.
It's kind of interesting. So apparently the what is now the Saturnine sculpt, so it went unnamed for a long time. Was now the Saturnine sculpt was part of the prototype phase for Space Hulk, the original Space Hulk.
Oh.
And once they had done that, they were like, "Well, we have these sculpts anyway, so we'll go ahead and release them as like curiosities." Be like, it's just this is a Terminator armor, but it looks different. And then kind of thought nothing of it. And the
And then
fans were like,
fast forward to the year 2025.
"Yeah." The fans were like, "What is this?" That's also how I learned that there's another uh, Terminator prototype from that era that has been lovingly called the Cobra pattern Terminator.
What?
It has like a giant back shield looking thing that has rockets in it. And it looks like the Cobra, like a Cobra's, I don't even know what that's called. A little skin flap.
What is that called? A Cobra's
Hood? Hood.
hood. Hood.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. We got there. You're an English major. You should know this.
That, yeah, because biology was a very important part of the class.
Well, you know, English words are important parts of the class. You should know words.
I don't think it's the word that was the issue.
Nah, that's the word.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah. Look it up there. It's called Cobra pattern Terminator armor, is apparently what fans have dubbed it. It's kind of neat, actually.
I will go take a look later. Oh, speaking of words, bird is the word. My coworker today told me about something called BirdNet Pi, which is like an open source thing where you get a Raspberry Pi and you get a little microphone for it, like a Raspberry Pi, like one of those tiny motherboard things.
Yeah, yeah.
And you get like a USB microphone for it. You put some code on it, and it will register different bird calls for it. And it will post it on the website for you and tell you like what it heard, and if it was, it will you can set it to notify you if there's like particularly rare birds for your area. But I'm thinking it's like, well, I already have the smart bird feeder that's already kind of awkwardly pointing towards my neighbor's house because of where the solar panel is on it. Maybe I should also get this and just get a variety of just like different surveillance equipment looking things and just put it by my neighbor's house for the pure purpose of birds.
Burps. I gotta do the thing again. So Scott, I have sent you the picture with Tay Tay.
Son of a bitch. That's you and Taylor Swift.
Also, I sent it to our little group chat specifically to antagonize John.
I've been reading this book for 5 minutes and I'm already sobbing, by the way. Jesus
What day are you
Christ.
on?
9.
Oh, yep, have fun.
It's really the neutrality that sells it.
Sorry, what?
It's just the neutrality in your voice that really.
Oh, you know. I don't want to get too expressive, otherwise there'll be spoilers for you, Brendan.
Yes.
I don't want that.
Yes,
Hashtag no spoilers. But just so you know, Snape kills Dumbledore.
Dun dun dun.
You
Dang.
bitch! I think that's the, oh, hey. Good job, Tristan. You finished the last of your 12 billion novitiates. Granted, I'm saying that, and my militia for 30k are a horde, so I don't. Yep, I understand. I understand.
Like you said, like my militia, like all the militia armies aren't just horde armies.
You can run them slightly more elite.
Yeah, an elite horde.
Well, or you can run them just all Lehman Russes.
Even the Lehman Russes are a horde.
Fair.
That's
At least
literally
I'm
all the
not going
militia
for.
is.
At least I'm not going for the straight conscripts because I think they're like 2 points a model or something.
I mean, fair. If I was going to run any as I was going to just use my Penal Legion guys and the a mix of Penal Legion and my Arbites. So I certainly can't say much.
I don't know. Yet you keep talking.
I will say I hate building regular human-sized models so much.
Same.
It is such a pain.
I'm just glad 40k is more of like a heroic scale.
Yeah,
They're a little bit bigger.
It could be worse.
Like building a bunch of guys for bolt action is all kinds of miserable.
Yeah, you're really not selling bolt action to me.
It's fun. The system's fun. The activation system's very interesting.
The action in bolt action is fun?
The activation, because do you know how the activation system works for it?
Don't you literally pull dice out of a bag?
Yes, every unit that you each have has a die. Well, you get 1 die for every unit that you have.
Yeah.
So you each have a different color. You throw it in a bag. You pull a die. Whoever's color it is, you get to activate a unit. They're not. The dice isn't necessarily to a specific unit, but yes.
Also, side note, Wanting Fire asked if we've ever played orcs.
Well, Brendan, you ever play orcs?
I don't know. Why don't you look at the stream and you tell me?
What? Brendan has an orc army that he's slowly putting together.
But also, I have never played orcs. I have orcs. I have never played orcs.
And Jonathan refuses. I feel like I would enjoy orcs to an extent, but I already have so many projects.
I've
still need to-
life.
said
I also
it
need to finish
before,
my damn Necrons.
but I think there is an orc player in every 40k player.
Oh yeah, there's a little bit of orc for everybody, right?
Yes. They're just batshit enough to make almost everything fun. Look at this guy. Look how much fun this little guy is having. He's got his hands in the air, and he's waving them like he just don't care.
Just having the absolute time of his life.
Yes.
Look at that. Not a cell phone in sight.
And this isn't even getting into the 40 Gretchen I have. For my magic school bus list that I'm going to make someday.
One day. One of these days, we're just gonna have a hobby stream where the 3 of us or whoever else joins is just gonna get bullied to finish all the projects that we've been meaning to finish forever.
I will say, Scott, reading Dead Men Walking, which is like Deathcore of Krieg versus Necrons, really makes me want you to finish your Necrons.
Yeah, I need to. My issue is that I overcomplicate everything, so instead of just doing something I can silver spray paint, I didn't do that.
What did you do?
I'm making them white with the inner skeletal system as silver.
You fool.
Why do you do these things to yourself?
I don't know, because I get this idea. The original idea, right? I had when the Necrons got their overhaul back in 7th edition. I had like this whole lore idea. It's like, yes, the court of the blind king. So I was gonna like use green stuff to make everything but like the lord and overlords like no face. So like completely flatten out their faces, have no eyes or everything. And then I started working on that with my current Necrons, and yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of green stuffing.
Sounds like you should get stuffing.
Well, right now we're on a 30K kick, so.
What's
But
the
I do
least?
also, I will say, wanting fire. Tyranids also have a special place in my heart because who doesn't love just bugs? I mean, I like bugs in general, right? Like I like my little insects, but also they're not bad guys. They're good guys. Well, they're neutral because it's just nature.
Just because you are a bad guy doesn't mean you are a bad guy.
What is the alignment of a Tyranid?
It has to be true neutral, right? Or like
It's
chaotic
true
neutral.
neutral.
It literally just lives to eat.
That's
Is a
closer to good than the Imperium.
is a mountain lion evil for eating its prey?
Is its prey a baby?
No, it's not a dingo.
Santa word bears are kind of good.
All
Shut
I'm
up.
saying is, to hell your word bearers.
If you're calling any faction in this game good, you're just wrong. Like, you're just actively wrong.
Third edition.
Power were good until they got influenced by the greater galaxy. Is my current, because if the original Tau were very much painted as the good guys.
I will actually say that's one of the biggest changes I don't like. Because Tau are much more tragic if they are actively good. Because it shows, like, oh, wait, there is, like, a path forward, but the universe is already so fucked, it doesn't matter. Like, I think that would make them much more interesting as a faction. But
Yeah,
everything has to be
W was
grimdark.
annoyed by the fact that everybody's evil except for these guys. These guys are actually pretty good.
but they're so small that anybody could snuff out that light in an instant.
That's the thing. It's like at this point, there's not enough time for them to build up the sort of stuff necessary. So they're probably just going to die whenever the Imperium or someone else actually gets around to it. The Gene Stealer cults are a death cult. If you want to call it good, that's on you. I'm just saying.
Let's find the power.
Hell yeah, rah rah, let's go.
G-Star cults are good. They're just
Sorry, I meant food. Autocorrect
tragically
got me.
incorrect.
Does your emperor have 4 arms? Would you like to know more?
There was a short story. I don't remember it entirely, but it was about an orc who had to go to a mech boss, and they said mech boy, kept talking the thing about Gork and Mork, but with 4 arms. And they said, well, he does pretty good work. You just have to hit him over the head whenever he starts talking about that.
I know in lore there is Khorne has a pet orc army.
Yeah, it just has like a planet where they just keeps bringing them back to life because he just thinks they're neat.
He likes them. They're a little confused, but they got the spirit.
Yeah, like you said, there's a orc player to everybody, including Cord.
Well, I think I'm at a decent stopping point.
Yeah.
Oh, Wanting
I
Fire
think
says what? That's new to me. Yeah, there's a I don't know what it's called. I forget his name, but there is an orc and basically all his boys that are actively on a corn planet. That I think it's
every
like
day they bring him back every day he fights until he dies, until they all die, and then Corn's like, that was fun, let's do it again.
I think they're also
Next day
like
they get back up.
I think they're on like Corn's world, whatever it is. I think they're also part of his defenses.
Cornucopia.
Because if you have to get to Corn, you also have to fight through all the orcs. Yeah, look it up. I don't know. I don't know
Let's
his name,
see.
but
Tuska. Tuska Demon Killer.
that tracks. if the 13th Legion book didn't just drop on Audible, I would probably get an orc book for my next 40k book, but it's gonna have to wait a little bit. Oh, today's meme got us a subscriber. That's honestly surprising, actually.
Dank.
Dank maybees. I want to check that stuff while we're at it. Thank you. I am actually really happy with the final scheme for these winged Hussars. It's just a whole process to get them to this point. I still need to do like bits and pieces on this guy, but yeah, they came out really good. Red always just pops nicely, especially corn red, or not corn red. And corn red's nice too, but
Mephiston?
no, flesh tears. The
Huh.
the paint that I'm cursed with, that just consistently something goes wrong. Be it my dog chewing this up or my actively just like spilling it everywhere.
It's your null oil.
Essentially, yes. I've spilled no oil too, but flesh tears red is just for whatever reason more cursed for me.
Not as cursed that speed paint was.
We don't talk about that speed paint. I still
I don't
taste
know,
it.
I'm talking about it right now. Talking about it right now.
I'm talking about it right now. Sky,
Me.
I don't know why, but I just recently watched Borat, and that whole moment right there just reminded me of that movie. Such a dumb movie, but such a fun movie at the same time.
Fundamental.
I need to watch the sequel. I haven't watched the sequel in a while.
I don't think I've seen the sequel yet, admittedly.
It's actually pretty good. Shoot. Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, the sequel's pretty good. It's interesting because the character's so famous, he has to bring in another actor to do like his daughter. Oh, one fire. You talk.
Oh,
Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was going to say, because he's like, most of the people that he's interacting with have no idea, right? At least in the first one, it's been a while.
Yeah, the idea is that none of them know who the character is. Which apparently the character actually predates the movie, but it was for a British show, so in the United States, no one knew what it was when it came out. The idea they're supposed to take him at face value that he's like genuinely just like a confused foreigner. So
She's very good at that.
yes, but they address it in the beginning of the second movie. They have him walking down the street, and people just recognize him. They're like Borat, and so he's like, "I had to go undercover." Like, it's pretty good. At one point, he ends up in a house of just like two redneck dudes for like the better part of a month. But he's like in character the whole time.
Oh, God.
I think Sasha Baron Cohen at one point said he's like I would have to go into like the laundry room in the middle of the night to like upload footage and send it to people. He's like at one point they almost caught me, so I like throw my laptop into like the dryer so they wouldn't see it. It's
God damn, that is commitment.
it is dedication. It's an absolute dedication.
Do you think anybody ever actually, like, goes after him after these things come out? Like, daggum, that was me!
I mean, I don't know about the second one. I know after the first one, because we just watched it, so I read it up on Wikipedia. It has a whole like controversy section. He's gotten sued over the first movie, like several times. He may or may also not be the reason that Kid Rock and Pamela Anderson got a divorce
Huh,
for her role in the movie. So,
huh.
because she's one of the few people that actually knows like what's going on.
Mm-hmm. And Kid Rock was upset.
Yes.
Good.
I don't know. It might have started him on his villain arc. So, but real quick, Wanifire, if you're talking about these guys like specifically, these are based on the winged hussars from Polish history. If you ever want to know, if you ever want to look up interesting stuff, winged hussars are really interesting. Took part in the largest cavalry charge in history. Yeah, Tristan. Pamela Anderson was married to Kid Rock. I think they were married. They might have just been dating, but I'm fairly certain they were married and then broke up because of it. I gotta look it up. So I'm curious.
That's not working. Where is my? There it is. Shade brush.
Yep. Yeah, they were married.
Dropping shit.
Bu, bu, bu. But yeah, it is almost 10:45, and I still have to drive home. So.
Oh, that's right. You are not at your house.
This will be the last week that I'm out of the house. I will be back
Oh, never mind. Okay.
next week. What, John?
Forgot that you were. I was like, where are you?
Where are you people?
He's right behind you, kid.
Nothing personal. Nothing personal, kid. But anyway, we should probably do some last minute. We should probably do some housekeeping before we completely log off. So, just to kind of talk about today real quick. This is possibly going to be the new day for the hobby stream going forward. It just depends on my work schedule. So that's kind of up in the air right now because we had someone quit. So kind of look for this to be on either Tuesday or Wednesday, depending. It might change up from week to week. So keep an eye on the community page and on the Discord. On Saturday, Scott, would you like to tell the class what we're doing on Saturday?
Saturday, we are celebrating the second edition of the Horus Heresy, which is coming to its close with a game with friend of the channel Sean versus myself of something versus the Alpha Legion. We're still finalizing that, but that should be a fun game. We're going to be celebrating all the fun we've had with the second edition of Horus Heresy and what we're looking forward to with the new edition, which is due at the end of the month. And then on Sunday. Brendan, I think that's a you day, isn't it?
Yes. Or we can pitch it to John if we really wanted to. But on Sunday, it will be myself and Bird playing Big 40K as usual. As of right now, I believe it is going to be Grey Knights versus Imperial Guard.
Which they will tell me soon so I can make the thumbnail.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, I'm going to be playing Imperial Guard. I want to crack them out, and I've literally played my other two armies the last 2 weeks.
Also fair. Also fair.
Yes, and then John will be producing that day. So if you want to watch Big 40K, come on down on Sunday, check us out. If you want to see how Horus Heresy works for 2 more weeks, let's hop in on Saturday. And
or if you just want to hang out, don't need to know how to play Horus Heresy. You can just hang out with us.
Absolutely. At least you can get a feel for how it's going to play, because third edition isn't going to be that big of a change. It's still going to have that very granular historical feel that it's always had.
Also, we just like having Sean on the channel, so he's always a good time.
Sean is just a delight. Though I have yet to be on a stream at the same time he is.
I mean, how many streams has he been on? Just one?
He's been on 2 now. Or it's just the one.
No, it's just the one. Yeah, it's just the one. Why are you gaslighting me?
Launching Fire, are you friends with Bird? All starting to come together. Anyway.
Also known as Chris, but okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
We'll be here all night if we start to figure out all the people that Bird know.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, for anyone else watching, if you want more of us, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Please do.
And
lets us know the content that you guys like to see and helps us know where to focus our efforts.
Also just helps the channel grow. Oh, I almost forgot. Next week, we'll cover this again on Saturday and Sunday, but next week, there's going to be a big reveal show on Friday. So, I don't know if we've finalized that quite yet, but be on the lookout for us potentially doing a reveal stream for that.
Assuming that it's not at frickin' noon here.
No, I think it's at an American show.
Oh.
Yeah. So
maybe. We'll figure it out. It'll buff.
Early Friday night. Anyway, so keep an eye out for that.
As with all things, it'll buff.
But yeah. If you want to see more of us, also make sure to check out the Discord. And if you're looking for any miniatures from Wargames Atlantic, make sure you check out our affiliate link below. It doesn't cost you any extra and helps support the channel.
And yeah. As always, we appreciate you guys hanging with us. We love y'all. Not in a weird way. All right, everybody. You